Championships! We're here at the amazing Alex Theatre with an absolutely amazing live audience. Can you guys get a cheer for yourselves?
Let's go.
And I'm not here alone. I am here joined with two amazing co-casters. And I want to say a massive introduction to my good friend, Ed Emerald.
Hello, everyone. I'm an Emerald. I'm a top MCSR Ranked player, and I'm super excited to be here. Our caster team is going to be amazing. We get the participants and obviously the crowd. So everyone give a big cheer for everyone that's here and made this possible.
And I'm not here just with Emerald. I'm here with the guy who needs no introduction whatsoever. It's Danny Boy.
Hey, I'm Danny. You guys know me. This is absolutely unreal. I cannot believe how many people are here right now. This is like, can we get another cheer? Like, please, come on. That's you.
So we're going to talk very quickly about the format of today. We're going to have two different sections, and we're going to start off with a free-for-all with 11 of the players. And Emerald, do you want to talk me through that just a tiny bit?
Yes, of course. As you heard, Fulham said 11 players because Hax actually instantly qualified to the bracket stage because he's a former playoffs winner. And basically, it's an LCQ-style format, MSS. If you guys watch MCSR Ranked, you know that. But we will be playing 10 MCSR Ranked seeds. The top 8 players in each seed will get points. And at the end of 10 seeds, the players with the least amount, the bottom 4 players with the least amount of points will be eliminated from the tournament.
Fantastic. And then after that, of course, we're going to have our 8 players that are left, and they move on to stage 2. Danny, do you want to talk me through stage 2?
So stage 2 will be a single elimination, best of 5, 8-player bracket. Very standard. You guys know the drill. It happens in playoffs all the time, at least not with 8 players, but like, you know the drill. But you have to keep in mind that Hax has that bye. So it's only 7 of these players that are going to be playing right now that are going to be going onto that stage.
Exactly that. And these guys aren't just playing for the amazing crown you guys saw on the stage and in the intro, but they're playing for a prize pool of $25,000. That's one of the biggest prize pools we've ever seen in MCSR Ranked, and you can see the prize breakdown on your screen right there. Now, Emerald, Danny, you guys have both played in multiple LCQ-style formats before. I myself have only played in one. I know that I'm not the most experienced on the desk for this, so I wanted to ask you guys, how do you feel going into this kind of a format where you know that some people are going to get eliminated here, and I know that the LCQ format is so scary. You've got 10 seeds, and that sounds like a long time to be able to bring things back, but some people can really pull away early. How do you guys feel about that?
I think the biggest thing is definitely consistency. Like, even if you have a seed or 2 where you die, like, at the end of the day, if the rest of the seeds you're playing top 10, top 8, especially in like an LCQ with like way more players than this, like, you can really push through.
Don't get distracted. Guys, do not get distracted. Yeah, sorry, we have a beautiful little pop-up there. I just also then wanted to talk about how these guys got here. Now, a lot of these players that are used to playing in playoffs would qualify by their phase points during the regular season based on their elo. But for this, we made it ever so slightly different. Emerald, do you want to talk me through exactly how these guys qualified?
Yes, I think 7 of the players qualified through being a playoff participant. I think they placed top 3.
Hey, Monkey.
Hey.
I feel like we're going to get some cheers for a while.
Yeah, so we have 7 players that qualified into the immediately into this tournament, and earlier in this May, we had an LCQ style format and it was a big bracket. Elimination
like
bracket.
A load of players,
Single
right?
elimination bracket. And we got Ankle Boy and Papkin who would qualify through that. And through our LCQ, we got Silver, HDMI, and Mr. Budgie. So those are our extra players from the 5 qualifier stage. But now we're still going through our players here. Is there anything else you'd like to add to that, Fulham?
No, that's absolutely fantastic. I mean, a lot of these players are going to be a little bit nervous. Might be their first time in such a big tournament. Now, of course, this is one of the biggest tournaments that we've ever seen in MCSR Ranked. Like I said, $25,000 prize pool. And those nerves might get to you. I think that the LAN format is going to be pretty interesting. And now, as much as the crowd is absolutely roaring for these players, you know that some of them are a little bit more focused than others, noticing that they might be giving us a wave. Hello. But also, they know what's on the line in this tournament. Now, I know that you've played in playoffs 6 times, Danny. I want to talk to you about how you would feel coming into a tournament like this.
I think like the biggest thing right now is nerve control, especially for the new players. People like Feinberg, Silver, they've played in in-person events before, but there are some players that face revealing for the first time. I mean, like, you gotta be able to handle that. You know,
it's not just about the Minecraft. It's
yeah,
about
exactly.
being here in front of a crowd this size. I'm farming this. Can we get another chair?
Another cheer, come on.
But yeah, I mean, look at this. Look at this arena. Look at this beautiful venue that we found ourselves in. I'm so excited to be here. I know that you guys are all excited to be here too. And I know that very shortly we're going to be getting on with our LCQ, but I think we've spoken about the format. We've spoken about the prize pool. Is there anything else we want to speak about? Maybe we want to get an early prediction through the doors? It's a tough one, I know, but we've got 11 players to pick from, and 8 of them are going through. Sorry, 7. I should correct myself there, because Hax does already have that bye. 7 of these 11 players are going to be going through, so you've got a really good chance of getting it right. Guys, I'm going to start with you, Emerald.
I think it's kind of hard to pick a top 7, but I'm going to give you my top 3.
Let's
guarantee
wow,
top
okay.
3.
3 is big.
I
I was just assuming 1, but I like that.
I know. I actually have a personal favorite. I think Aquacord is someone that we've been seeing a lot. He's been performing really well in tournaments. He got top 3 in the recent MCSR Ranked playoffs. He also performed very well at the Level Up Expo LAN. So I think Aquacord's someone that we've been going through.
Definitely so.
And obviously I'm a little biased. I got my boys in HBG. I want to say Silver, Dugal, Feinberg. I guess that's 4. But those, and Infume. Sorry, Infume. I forgot about you. But I think my boys, I want my boys going through. I want my boys going through. So I think I'm a little biased. I think they also have very good nerve control. I feel like all of them have been in these high pressure situations on LAN, participating in front of hundreds of people and thousands online. So I think they will all do very well.
I really like that shout. Aquacord's been doing really well. I think he qualified to last season's playoffs through LCQ, if I remember correctly. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I know he did some LCQ scrims alongside a lot of the other players. Danny, who do you think is going to take this home, at least in this format, for stage 1?
I mean, I also have HPG bias, but like, listen, I want Mongi in. I want Mongi in day 2. Can you get another cheer for Mongi? Come on.
Showing all of our players here, all very focused, scanning over them all very quickly. And those faces you might not recognize, Pavkin, Anko, all here. I know that Budgie is here as well. And I don't want to keep you guys waiting for any longer than we need to, so I'm going to throw you guys over to 2 brand new faces that maybe you've never seen before. I'm joking. It's my boys, Curry and Rackram. They're going to be casting these games for you. Let's get a cheer and let's send it to them.
Thank you so much, Fulham. Wow, Parker, we're here.
Hi, we're here.
We're here, and we're actually going to start the game super soon. I mean, what a crowd. What an incredible introduction from Fulham and the desk, and I am super excited to see how these players are going to play. Parker, 10 seeds. That's a lot. There's a lot of mental going into this. If you have a bad first seed, you really want to try and stay locked in. You've also played in a lot of LCQs.
Yes.
What is the #1 thing that you're focused on the first seed that you play?
I feel like I want to see who's starting off on a good foot. I feel like in a format like this, it's just so brutal. And if you don't start with good momentum, I think it's really hard to recover from that. So I want to be paying attention to like our top 3 players on just this first seed. Who's locked in mechanically? Who's feeling comfortable? That's really what I'm going to be looking for.
I think that's a great point. And look at this. We're hopping right in here.
Wow.
Here's all our players. It looks like a ruined portal seed here, Parker. We're going to see what's in the chest, a gold axe, and 55 iron nuggets. If my math is correct, I believe that is enough for 6 ingots. So bucket and pickaxe here, Parker, for these runners.
Yeah, it's going to be really nice. We see a lot of people killing cows. It's going to be a lot to dealing with food management. Who's going to be getting those cows early? We can see all the players here. I think Budgie's going really high on this hill. Everybody else staying pretty low here. But you're right. Where's the water on the seed is my first question, Curry. We're going to need water to make our nether portal. We did not get Obby. And as we're looking around, I don't see any water pool.
That's a great point. I mean, I don't see any water either. I'm also noticing there's crying obsidian at the top. So there's no way for like a really clean portal completion here as well. We can see, again, that chest really nice. Curse of Vanishing Axe, so not mending. That's really the only thing that we really want to watch out for on that axe, other besides like unbreaking. Looks like Pavkin's heading back right now. Going to be the first person to start building the portal here. Skycrab not too far behind as well. And this is really exciting. I mean, Pavkin, someone that personally you and I haven't commentated too much. Very excited to see how they do today.
Yeah, I mean, he's one of these up-and-coming runners. He's been improving tremendously. I think over the past 2 seasons, he's
Look at that, there's a lava pool all the way over there that a lot of runners
is
are at.
interesting. So even though they're entering at the lava pool, Pavkin and Skycrab are still our 2 leaders here. They were also able to snag a gold block on their way in, since they had an iron pick, presumably. And it looks like... yeah, not sure where the Bastion is just yet, but just going to be navigating this terrain. Looks like we have a housing Bastion here. Yeah. Pavkin, I mean, kind of dominant. Like somebody like Aquacord or just now, or no, HDMI Cable is just now entering a little bit behind. Let's see what's on these top chests here. We have the gold axe, so we can loot really quickly. Looks like Pavkin is going to be looting all of these chests here. You know, if you get Obby in the first couple of chests, maybe you don't need to loot everything. But it looks like most of our players are going to be looting all these chests here. You know, we have our iron pick. I don't see a fortress quite yet, but it's just going to be a very standard route, letting in these pigs here. We're going to have a lot of pigs with this route, Corey.
Absolutely. The housing Bastion is one of the fastest Bastions in Minecraft speedrunning. And also, we get a good look at the food situation for all these runners. Now, Skycrab on half a heart on the top right of our screen is going to get food in the offhand and is going to live, but that could have been very disastrous for Skycrab starting out. And also, Pavkin having to deal with these piglins.
No.
A little bit awkward,
Gets it
but
off.
plays really nicely there. Still has 4 stake. That seems to be the number 4 or 5 stake for these runners right now. They're grabbing the gold. They're getting to the main part of the housing route. And Parker, they'll probably be out of here in about a minute, but we haven't seen the fortress yet on anyone's screen.
Yeah, I'm not seeing... it looks like Pavkin now setting up his pie array, so we'll be able to see what direction we're going with that. I think he's still in the lead here. Inventory a little bit cluttered, but you can kind of manage that as you're waiting for these picks to trade here. We have 12 obsidian. We have 1 more double chest to check, so we're probably going to be fine on Obby. But what are the rest of the trades going to be like is the question.
It's a great point. We're going to see the mob spawner appear for Pavkin going out to the backside of the Bastion here. Doesn't look like there's good terrain, though, so we're going to see exactly how Pavkin chooses to leave this Bastion. We could see a lot of pearls here, Parker. Only 1 fire res potion. That's a little bit scary, but I think at this level, you're not really going to want to wait for that other fire res, right? Especially in an event like this. Like, Pavkin's going to go on the 1, has the inventory pretty much ready to go. Good food management so far throughout the seed. And we're going to be seeing how long it takes Pavkin to now find the fortress. Still in this lead, but Budgie on the right also leaving the Bastion now.
Yeah, I like Budgie's decision to kind of exit the Bastion slightly differently. I think he made up a couple of seconds here on Pavkin, but I believe we saw the fortress. Love this pre-crafting overlapping here.
And there it is.
We've got plenty of pearls. We have good food, so we're not going to be struggling to get to the spawner. And it looks like Pavkin's still going to be maintaining this lead. Budgie, though, also very close, not far behind. Love to see this Iron Axe pre-craft. Lots of people doing some fancy search crafting. It's going to be very nice, especially on a seed where you only have a gold axe to start out. So we're going to see a double blaze bed.
Doesn't get the blaze bed off before the second spawn cycle. That could be something we want to watch out for here. As this seed progresses, loses out on potentially extra spawns there. Going to get the blaze beds off now, clears the fire really quickly, but that could be something where maybe Pavkin has to spend another cycle now compared to the other runners.
Yeah, Budgie also, I think, got 2 strays here, so he's going to be playing these, I think, even before he gets his blaze beds off, so that's another bit of variation. But look at this, Budgie on 6 rods here, Curry.
Wow.
He's going to be leaving, and it's going to be...
Oh, but we have so much
yeah,
obby.
fine. We're fine.
So
We're fine.
much obby here.
I mean, a little bit scary, probably just a little bit of nerves. I mean, for lots of these players, they've never done something like this before, but we've got fast rates here, so... you know, how quickly you can pre-craft and get all of your stuff set up is really going to matter.
Yeah,
but it looks like Skycrab our first
Skycrab was the first person to blind, just barely ahead of the other runners we're seeing here. Gets the portal, and I mean, this is the LAN experience. Skycrab, the winner of the last LAN we did, playing really well in the second half of this seed.
Yeah, he's definitely one of our scariest players. He just has a very, like, scrappy play style. He'll just make anything work. He's very used to playing these really fast paces. So keep your eye on Skycrab. Budgie now entering the Nether. Skycrab, it looks like, didn't have all of his rods, though. So potentially Budgie, I think, is probably still in the lead here.
That's a great
Could be
point.
our first off to cords, but Skycrab not far behind. Now sending his pearls slightly differently, sending one into a lava lake, so we'll see how that pays off. We see Infume maybe catching up some pace here. He also has his eyes and is now leaving. These runners are all just going to be so close, Curry, and this is a fast seed, too.
It's a very fast seed. I mean, it's really going to come down to the nav and the zero cycle here. We're going to say that a lot in this LCQ style format. It looks like Skycrab is on cords first, building the Obsidian out, maybe actually off by a couple blocks, and then it gets knocked down. Really nice use of the boat to get back up, and it's neck and neck between Skycrab and Budgie here. Building the portal, I mean, they're going to be entering the stronghold at literally the same time.
Yeah. Both looking really good for them. Skycrab did lose his boat. Hopefully that doesn't come back to bite him. But it looks like he's scanning. Not sure if either of these players. Skycrab got something. I believe Pure Spike down this direction. We'll see if it pays off. We have the gold pick. We're totally prepped for a 0. But if it's not here, this could get weird. I mean, there's a light source, but it's a library, Curry, and this is a dead end. This entire section of the stronghold is just bad, but I think he hears it. Let's see what Budgie's doing. It looks like he's going down a different direction. No, same direction. If he doesn't hear what Skycrab heard, this could be weird. Skycrab's still digging, though.
Infume's in the ocean. It's an ocean stronghold. Tries to see if he finds it. No, Budgie's going to be the first person to find the portal room here. Hunger resetting. Skycrab not far behind. It's going to come down to 0 rotations here.
Yeah, I mean, this is close. They're going to be entering nearly at the same time, Curry.
Budgie took
Wait,
a little bit of
who's
time.
in the end?
Whoa!
Papkin is in the end, going for a 0. That's an
Very
early
low.
bet. No, that's an early bet.
Very low. There's going to be a hard correction here. It's just
And that's going to break
the
Crystal. He has to do a chase down. Budgie has placed an anchor, loses an explosive on half a heart. Skycrab are mid-0. Oh my, what's even happening?
I think Skycrab is the best
But
case here, but Aquacord as well is
halfway through the
mid-0 as
0.
well. Aquacord looks really clean here. I mean, this looks like a pretty standard 0, Parker. I'm not sure what happened for some of these runners, and Aquacord's going to be the first person to kill the dragon. Skycrab not far behind, but I believe it will be Aquacord getting first here. Unbelievable.
That's going to be so punishing for somebody like Budgie, who's only on 1 heart now, can't even one cycle and going to have to full chase down. He's probably going to be out of this entirely. So how is he going to recover? Not entirely sure.
And it is going to be Aquacord. Skycrab is actually going to get third because Mungie gets second. And Parker, we should specify, literally every placement matters. Like, this could be a deciding
100%.
thing 8-9 seats from now.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, you really want to start off on a good foot.
Weimer getting really 4th.
Good. Getting 4th, that's nice, and it's all sub-8. Dugile following in 5th, right behind. Infume in 6th. I mean, these runners were all so close to each other, and it's like those tiny decisions.
Just
can
one
really
more
add
placement
up.
now with HDMI getting 7th. Only one more. Remember, the top 8 players are the ones to complete the seed. After the 8th completion, the seed will end. So we are just waiting on one more player here to complete the seed out of the remaining 4, and it's going to be Anko Boy getting a point on the board. And again, all of these points can end up mattering, and that's got to sting there if you're Budgie here. In the end, I think it was first and gets 0 points out of it.
Yeah, that's really brutal. I mean, it's just you have to be able to close out on the 0, and if you don't, it's just going to be punishing. But we have 9 more seats to go, Curry, so it's not over by any stretch.
Yeah.
But that was a great first seed.
It was a great first
lot
seed.
of fast times.
I really want to highlight Aquacord. I mean, the desk did that as well. Aquacord has played so well in so many tournaments recently, getting high placements in lands, high placements in ranked. I mean, qualified because of getting a 3rd place placement in ranked playoffs, I believe, has played really well in this LCQ format before. You mentioned it. To qualify for season 10 playoffs, Aquacord played phenomenally in that LCQ. So coming out here, playing really well in that first seed has to be a huge confidence boost, especially when I feel like Aquacord, I think the people really in the scene know Aquacord's like a demon, right? But I feel like probably coming into this, maybe has a little bit of an underdog mentality to him, not like super as well known, and playing phenomenally well.
I totally agree. And also, he's been grinding RSG recently, too. And he hasn't been totally locked in with the rank. But here, showing everybody he deserves to be here. He's locked in. He's going to be one of my favorites to watch out for. And clearly, he's in the lead. So we'll see if he can keep that.
Yeah, absolutely. Also, I mean, Feinberg getting 4th, that was really nice. We didn't really see him on that seat at all. I'm not sure what he did, but played probably a really solid game. Danny mentioned on the desk earlier, that consistency from players like Silver or Feinberg, or people who have played this game for so long at such a high level, that's something to really watch out for throughout the LCQ.
Yeah, 100%. You know, you can get first on a seed, but if you don't hold up in the remaining, it's not going to be good news. So, you know, if you didn't get any points here, you can always pop off on the next seed. You know, maybe you just missed a blaze, or maybe you pre-crafted a little bit wrong. I mean, these players were all so close, and I'm beyond excited for this. I mean, this is just a cool thing to be witnessing.
Absolutely. And something you mentioned a lot, the goldfish mentality, right? The goldfish mentality, right? So if you're one of the 3-4 players that didn't complete a seed here, what are you trying to do to get your head in that goldfish mentality?
It's just all about forgetting, being able to lock in, trying to get in your flow state. I mean, it's a weird setup. You're not used to it. But if you can just really focus on like, hey, this is the game I've been playing for years. I deserve to be here. I've prepared for this for years. I think lots of these players are going to be really good at locking in. Maybe some better than others. I know like some people on the last LAN didn't even have the right peripherals, but I think everybody here is totally set up, so we should be fine.
Yeah, and I think something too, like sometimes when you get on the stage, like it can be very tense. I mean, even for us as casters, like, you get ready, it's like very tense. You're kind of maybe too in the moment at first, and then you got to remember, like, relax. Like, you're here for a reason if you're one of these players, right? You're one of easily the top 15, 20 best players in the world. This is phenomenal. These are 12 of the best players that we have. And to come out here, they have a second chance if you didn't play good on the first team, but we're hopping into the second one here. Let's see what the storylines are going to become throughout this match.
So I think it's probably a BT here. Yep, we can see the little bump on the island. Everybody's swimming down. Not a ton of differences here. Looking in the ocean, there is a ravine. Not sure how good that looks. Potentially that's going to be an enter. Looks like Silver's going to be the first one on the island here. And we have some trees a little bit awkward away. So like even naviging this terrain here, we're already seeing a little bit of difference in who's getting to the trees faster, which trees you're playing for. I don't know if they have TNT or if we're just going to be mining, but it looks like Mongi is going to be the only one playing our beehive here, and Budgie going really far.
Wow.
All the way to the other side of the island. So maybe he just didn't like that ravine. This could be really punishing, though, as everybody else is going to be grouped up. And if there's no ravine here, I think there's maybe
there was
one.
that ravine down there. I don't know.
But if it's not real, that could be really bad.
Like
so
a lot of
like
these other players are trusting this one, yeah.
Yeah, Aquacord looks to be the first off our island. We'll see if this ravine is real. I see bubbles, so we should be fine. Mongi looks like he's right next to it, mining with a door as opposed to the pressure plate from everybody else. It's going to be really nice. I think so. We use the pressure plate for our TNT. Can also use that for distracting once we get into the nether. But I think Mongi, maybe Pavkin is going to be entering.
Silver messed up his portal, but should be okay here. Going to find another spot. We'll see who actually enters the nether first. It might be Aquacord. No, it's going to be Pavkin, I think, actually. Playing really well at the start of these seeds. And there's the Bastion, a treasure, right in these runners' faces. You might have seen Pavkin open the chunk borders. You see Aquacord do it as well. Opening those chunk borders can tell you what side of the treasure bastion you're on for the direction that you need to go. And Parker, we could see some Glodar here.
I've already started seeing it from Pavkin, already getting a couple raising and lowering of the render distance. This is to load and unload the spawner that's in the treasure bastion. There is a bit of skill required with Glodar, how and when you're raising and lowering your render distance. Looks like we have Pavkin here doing a lot of new tech in our treasure bastion route, placing a couple different blocks that you might not be used to. We also have TNT, so it'll be very interesting to see if people are playing TNT treasure. That's one of the newer strats that we've seen developed. But I mean, everybody's just so close here. We're at 2 minutes. We're in the middle of our bastion route. And I think the train is maybe somewhat decent, but I think Glodar here is going to be a really good play for a lot of these runners. I'll be very surprised if somebody doesn't do Glodar.
I think you're absolutely right. I mean, you nailed it, right? The TNT as well. I really want to see that here from some of the runners. I think it's really cool to see that TNT treasure come into play. I mean, sometimes though, maybe, I don't know if this is something that you worry about, Parker. If you have that one TNT, are you trying to save it? Look, we see Mongi utilizing it here in the treasure, but what's the thought process between utilizing the TNT maybe at the blaze spawner versus utilizing it in the treasure here?
I think honestly, because we're doing Glodar, not a lot of people are going to be comfortable doing Glodar and a new TNT treasure route. It's just so much to think about. So many different inputs. You want to be raising your render 6, 7, 8, 9 times. Unintentional. You want to be raising it a decent amount of times. The more you raise it, the better that you can read those spikes. And it looks like Pavkin getting his trades in the hole here, placing an extra block. I think we have a decent amount of Obby, but I'm not sure.
Wow, yeah, 20 from Anko. Gonna see here what the trades look like as we see what Anko gets. It's at least a stack of pearls. We're seeing the organization come through. Pavkin really trying to get this Glodar down.
I'm not sure if he liked it, honestly. I mean, it wasn't a huge change in the numbers. It was all pretty low in the 4 range. I haven't seen anybody else. I like Mongi here going to the edge, just doing a very wide scan, but he's also not seeing anything.
And look at this. Pavkin's going to the bottom. Pavkin's going all the way to the bottom of the treasure here. Maybe gonna break the spawner. Aquacord's doing the same thing. Mongi, on the other hand, just fully leaving.
And Anko leaving as well.
Yeah, nothing on either of these runner screens. I mean, look at this terrain for Mongi. There's like really nothing here. It looks like Anko and Mongi did go the same direction though. And Mongi actually also getting glowstone, so I'm curious what the explosive count looks like for these runners. Really nice save from Anko boy. One of the highest level mechanical runners we have in this tournament. Just an absolute beast. We're going to see here still nothing from Mungie or Aquacord.
Yeah, this is just
Or
an
Mungie or
awkward
Ankoboy.
finding fortress situation. The terrain is not good. Some people haven't broke spawners, so you're not even guaranteed.
And there it
going
is
to
for
a
Anko.
spot. But look at this. Anko playing really well, just knowing his quadrants, sending the terrain. I mean, a little bit low on the health here, but like Pavkin, he tried to Glodar, didn't get it off, had to break spawner. And it looks like Infume got returned to center, not in the fortress just yet.
Dugal gets into fire.
Okay, so Doog and Anko clearly in the lead here. Mongi now finding it on this bottom right view. And look at this, very open for him. He's going to see some strays here, and we have a diamond sword crate. So that's going to be another motive to play for strays. You can kill the blazes really quickly. And it looks like we're now going to be using our TNT to set up from Anko Boy here.
Whoa.
Oh, what was he doing that for?
Yeah, I'm
little
not
bit-
sure.
Maybe just thought he placed it a little bit wrong. You know, didn't want to break
Yeah,
the
you see a little bit
spawner.
of a smile. He's like, wait a minute, what was I doing there?
But I mean, he's still got a significant lead on a lot of these players. So just going to be killing blazes
Dugal
here.
blinded as well. So
Wow.
curious what these rates are going to look like, but Dugal taking the time to blind pretty early. I mean, they don't seem that great from what we're seeing from these other runners. Feinberg just has one.
But look at this, Feinberg crafted shears, so maybe we don't even have that many explosives here, and this could get really awkward. If one player is more comfortable hitting a 2+2 or playing low explosive zeros, that's really going to matter on the seed. We see Anko also pre-crafting those shears. Feinberg now blinding. We'll see if that pays off. I mean, there's potential for mobs here. As he's going to be measuring, we'll see if there's any sheep.
It looks like 2 bed, 2 anchor for silver. Something I do want to point out, remember, Monkey did get that extra glowstone that I don't know if
That's
other
right.
runners did. So I want to see, Monkey has 64 glowstone dust in his inventory here. That's going to be something to watch out for. A little bit of a different location down the mountain more for Anko compared to where Feinberg was. I wonder if sheep are going to be here. I don't think Feinberg ended up getting any. I don't see any on Anko's screen here, unless that is sheep.
Chicken, maybe?
I think it was chicken, yeah.
No, but it is a
There's
sheep.
one
It is a sheep. And so if this drops 3, I mean, that's going to
And
be
look at Mungie.
huge.
Look at Mungie. So many sheep on the side of Mungie. Also getting food.
So Monkey maybe even looking in the best situation here, having those extra explosives. We'll see. I'm not sure how many eyes he's on.
Actually,
it looks like a relatively close strong.
I love this play from Mungie because how many times do we see in an LCQ sometimes where the zero is so hard, so many people go for it, and so many people fail it?
exactly.
Having, like, even though Mungie might have had enough explosives to, like, hit a nice zero beforehand, there's no reason to not get too comfortable when it might be really, really difficult for the other runners.
I totally agree. Like, he's got 7 explosives now. Some of these runners only have 4, and I totally agree. I think it's better to play a little bit safer
What?
conservative here.
Mungie
He's
just
making
grew
a
a
tree in the
tree.
nether, Curry. Oh my gosh. This is why I love watching Monkey. The creativity, the different strats. I mean, if you've seen any of his videos on the goofy stuff that he does, he's just very creative. You know, a very good draft out
though.
player, and that's coming to play here.
Feinberg, I think, is the first person to leave here. I mean, we haven't seen too much of Dugal yet. Dugal gets I Spy. So Dugal is in the lead at the moment. But Feinberg not far behind at all.
Yeah, it
And
looks
we'll
like Mongi is out now. Silver also out boating down here. Same place that Anko is boating potentially.
Oh my
No.
god, how many hoglins for Anko Boy? Should be
Scary.
able to get away, but Feinberg going to be in the stronghold now. We'll see what the nav looks like for him. Not in starter though, Parker. Weird staircase, but here's probably starter for Feinberg. And Mungie
weird.
now building it.
And Duke has been in the stronghold this entire time now, has not gotten into the end, so maybe this is going to be a weird nap.
And there's a
But
nap for
no,
Feinberg.
Feinberg is going to be in the end first, Curry.
I mean, I didn't see.
What is his explosive
Dugal
count,
get
though?
it.
That's my main question. Needs to pick up this bid. I think he only has 2 bed, 2 anchor. If Feinberg hits the 0, he's going to cement himself as a demon with the 0 cycles.
It's
But
definitely
let's see.
possible.
Is it front?
I mean, even without, like,
I mean, I don't think
Anko
he's
Boy
gonna go
died,
for
by
it.
the way.
I don't think he's
I don't know what
going
happened
for
to
it.
Anko Boy, but Anko Boy died.
Oh,
So
no.
we were so focused on Feinberg. Feinberg also, something to point out that we should probably mention, one shot has become much more accessible. We're not going to see
That's
it here
true.
from Feinberg, but on these low explosive seeds, we could see that as a potential opportunity. Feinberg
Oh.
shaking his head, not happy about the amount of explosives for a 0. But here we see Infume potentially going to try and go for a 0 here. We'll see what that looks like. Mungie, meanwhile, struggling with the nav. Aquacord also in the stronghold, but is Infume going to be able to hit this 0 cycle? It's a back dragon, a lot of explosives, Parker.
Explosives. So he's fine. Even though he's probably going to be going for a side setup here, he should have thought, no, he's going to 99, should be, or 95? Struggling a little bit with the build-up.
And Feinberg gets a Feinberg perch.
Wow, but Duke already finished.
Wow.
So even as we're watching Infume here, he's playing for 3rd place.
And
Gets
we'll
it
get
off,
it.
and wow.
That is crazy.
Great gameplay from all of these runners. Looks like Silver is now going to be entering. Mongi's still lost in the stronghold. I don't know how many explosives Silver got. Did he get any of those sheep? I mean, this is a weird overhang, having to build up a little bit more. That's going to prevent you from going from maybe a higher setup, maybe
HDMI also in the end now. I mean, it's all just going to depend on how many explosives these runners have. It's so all over the place. I mean, we see 1 anchor for Silver, 3 for HDMI cables. But HDMI taking a weird, wild setup here. Maybe uncomfortable.
Fails,
It's going to have to bail.
I mean, not a ton of people have...
And Silver broke the crystal.
You know, so bailing from HDMI cables here is maybe just a good move. I mean, you were totally right, Craig.
Look at this Aqua Core. Aqua Core only has 1 more explosive.
Oh, no.
No
And he doesn't
boat.
have a boat.
That is tragic.
I mean, so in this case, like, not going for the zero is maybe a good play. This is a low dragon for Monkey here, but that
Wow, what an
should
anchor.
kill. So he's totally safe. He's going to get
Perch for
5th place.
HDMI.
Let's see
Really
if he can
clean
hit it.
perch.
He has
I mean,
2 more anchors.
yeah, this should be
fine.
good.
On half a heart, though,
And we'll do
very
it.
clean gameplay. You can see how excited he is here,
Yeah.
sealing himself off. And I believe Monkey has another tree. Monkey has another tree, bro. What is going on? So Monkey just beats out
Silver
HDMI
messed up this
cables.
one cycle. Maybe only had a little bit of explosives. Parker had to hit a
Look
certain
at Sky
amount.
Crab. Sky Crab also going for a perch.
I
Has
think
his
Sky
anchor
Crab.
set up. That's good damage.
Yeah, second anchor was really good there. And that's going to be enough to finish off for Sky Crab. And Parker, this is the time where I have to unfortunately remind everyone, 8 people have to finish until the timer ends. So there's 2 minutes left. I think Silver, I don't know what Silver can do here. I think he has 3 explosives exactly.
I mean,
So-
you can hit a 3 explosive. He has a diamond sword. I mean, it's hard, and you got to get lucky with the dragon, but it's hittable. And for somebody like Awkward, he's just full running back. I mean, this is an awkward situation, Curry. Like, Budgie is just, he doesn't even have all of his rods, but he might even have a shot at getting our final placement.
I mean, I don't know if there's enough
Silver doesn't hit
time, though. There's only 1 minute 40 seconds left. It's basically Silver has to hit this. Is kind of what's
There's
in
an
my
enemy.
head. And
There's
of
an
course,
enemy.
the
There's an
element's going to
enemy.
be there.
That's not
It's
great
not going to be
damage.
enough. Yeah, it's just not even going to be close to enough. We don't have a TNT or anything. We have
We
7
not even
arrows.
finished.
We don't have a bow. So, I mean, Silver's not going to be able to kill the dragon here. And I don't believe anyone's going to be able to kill the dragon. It's only going to be 7 people. Now, maybe Budgie.
If
Budgie's going
Budgie
towards right now.
instant-nabs it, if he instant nabs it, I mean,
What happened? What? What happened? Are you kidding me? Talk about a way to bounce back your mental. Silver runs.
oh my gosh! You can see his excitement in the bottom left here. Curry, I don't even know what happened.
I've never seen anything like that.
I thought he was fully out.
In a
Did the
tournament
dragon
setting, we fully wrote him off. Something like that with that much damage, just absolutely unbelievable from Silver. And when you played this
my
game for
gosh.
5 years at a high level, when you won the first tournament, I mean, you're going to have some tricks up your sleeve. What a job from
What a-
Silver there. Wow.
Oh my goodness. I need to go watch that back. That was, I just fully
Yeah, can we
counted him
just
out.
leave commentating and go watch that? Like,
Yeah,
oh my
right.
gosh, that was incredible. And I mean, I was gonna mention, like, I was gonna ask you, like, okay, if you're Silver,
Yeah.
like, how do you bounce back mentally? Like, it's so hard. You missed
That's
a zero,
how you
and then you missed
bounce
one.
back, Curry.
That is how you bounce back. I mean, just unbelievable. You remind yourself. I mean, all these runners have the capability to do that. Have a clip that's like, wow, I am one of the best players in the world.
Right.
I deserve to be here. And reminding yourself that you deserve to be here. That's gonna be key when you're going up against so many high-level players in a competition like this.
I totally agree. I think a lot of this game is like mental, preparing yourself. Looks like we have
Wow.
the scores in now. Dugile getting first on that last round, cementing himself tied with Feinberg.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't even think we saw Duke's POV very much, but he's clearly playing well today. I love to see Mongi. The tree play was so awesome. This is a great way to start out the day, Curry.
No, the tree play was amazing. And something to watch out. I mean, we're hyping up Silver. Only 1 point. So didn't complete the first seed. Only 1 point on the second seed. Still has a long way to go. Pavkin and HDMI cables tied right now about the scoreboard here. So it's going to be interesting to see how these scores continue to change throughout the rest of the gameplay today.
Yeah, I'm very if he
curious to
instant
see, you know,
naps
how
it.
much-
I mean,
Oh my
like,
God.
tree play.
That is just crazy. That's just absolutely crazy.
Are you kidding
There was
me?
a good amount of health still on that dragon.
Yeah,
That was like a
you're
quarter of
mental.
that
It
dragon
flew
health.
around a lot too. It must have just like gotten really close to the crystal, and I think he just pearled to it. That was phenomenal game.
And that was just a Hail Mary play. The only way he was getting out. Like if that
Yeah,
failed, there was
exactly.
nothing else It was literally the only thing that could happen.
And somebody might not have even gotten any points. I mean, it was really down to silver there, and he showed up for us. So thanks for the content. So.
Absolutely crazy. That's one of those plays that you're going to see years and years from now. That's just like, oh my gosh, how did you do that?
It's like the Danny Boy axe clip, you know?
He's going to be so happy we mentioned that. He's going to be so happy we mentioned that. It's just been wild to see. And there were only 2 seeds in, Parker. There's 8 more games.
Only
in this.
2.
Like, it's crazy. Any storylines that you're really excited about? Any runner that you think is maybe doing better than you thought so far?
Maybe not better than I thought, but I've been a fan of Mongi. He's wearing a tie.
No, like a little cosplay.
His energy here. I've been a big fan of Mongi. I want to see him do really well today. Feinberg also playing really well in this tournament here.
Yeah.
We're starting to see the storylines develop. I think Mongi is my main pick, though. I want to see him do well.
I think that's a great pick. I was going to go with Feinberg. I mean, someone who's been around for so long, has played at a high level, a high level for so long. And I mean, got 4th place, I believe, last playoffs and played really well. I mean, had some purchase to get there. Got a perch today already, but like is doing really good. And that's what you need to see. Like that consistency that Feinberg has. You don't need to win this bit right here. You don't need to win this. You just need to make that top 8. He's doing a great job to secure that so far.
Yeah, and I think mentioning the perch is actually a good point because it clearly was just a good play there.
Exactly.
Lots of people died on the 0. Many people got points for going for the perch.
Yep.
And it's like the decision to just lock in and do what you know is the correct play, even though you're like, maybe I should be going for this hard 0, but like it's clearly working for him. And I think we'll see that continue from players like Feinberg, who's very decision.
I think he has the best discipline in the entire tournament. I think his discipline from like playing in so many tournaments. I mean, we look back like the King of the Hill stuff that he dominated for so long. Just having that experience, he probably has the most tournament experience out of anyone here. Knows the discipline that he needs to have to get to where he needs to get to for tomorrow.
Right. It's been very cool seeing even some of these new players like Pavgin.
Pavgin's been playing phenomenally.
Like
I think.
He's been playing really well, but it's just a matter of like you got to be able to close out those final couple like seconds in the end to get those good points. And yeah, it's just so many good.
That's when the nerves come in, though, right? Like we're seeing like Pavkin's done so good in this early game, right? But the lack of like the in-person tournament experience, or just I mean, Pavkin's also someone who's never played in a playoff so far. Doesn't mean they're not incredible right now, but those reps that you get from playing in a playoffs, that nerve training that you get is really, really important. So that's why I'm really happy to see Pavkin playing really, really well so far, and I hope we have enough seats to see him put it together to qualify today.
Yeah. I mean, we got plenty more seeds. We'll see. If what seed type we'll get next year, maybe we'll see a desert temple. I'd love to see those. We saw a lot of desert temples in the last playoffs. People really liking those seed types.
Yeah. We've had what? Ruin Portal and Buried Treasure so far.
Yeah, Ruin
so
Portal,
we'll
Buried
probably have a couple other. We could. I would love to see. I just love having the TNT. Like we mentioned it around with the treasure. Like there's been a lot of TNT stuff, even with stuff like Bridge. Like just having the TNT for the chalice, having the TNT for everything, for the blazes and everything. I just really like having that. The blocks is really nice. I mean, someone else we haven't really mentioned too much. We mentioned them a bit on the first seed. Skycrab, the person who won the previous LAN, has been playing, I think, really, really well so far. Maybe wanted to play a little bit better on that last seed, but has done really well to stay kind of in the pack right now. And again, that's kind of all you need to do at this point. You don't want to put yourself in too big of a deficit too early on, because that's when you start to really get in trouble.
Right. I totally agree. I think so much of this, like I said before, it's about momentum. You want to start off on a good foot here. You know, pulling off a crazy play like what Silver did. I think that gives you really good mental energy going into this next seed. And if you're in the back of the pack, it's all about like how do you reframe your gameplay? Like what kind of mistakes did you make? Was it your fault? How do you forget about it? And then lock in and hit a 0. I want to see some more cool zeros.
There's been some crazy stuff so far, and also just the lack of explosives. Whenever those seeds pop up, it's so important that like we talk about it, because we've seen so many times. I mean, there's been times in LCQ, I'm sure you've gone for a 0 where you're like have 4 explosives. It's like, okay, well if I don't hit this, like I'm out. Those low explosive ones are the ones where it's so crucial to make sure that your decision making is just locked in those end games.
Yeah, I feel like I have a little bit of PTSD. Like I lost like 2 LCQs to not going for a 0, and after that I like sort of made it my mission. I was like, I'm always going for every single 0 that I can. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. And I think especially on this last seed, that was really the big deciding factor. I mean, some people having more explosives, like Mongi getting 7, that was really nice to see. But if you only have 4, I mean, the Feinberg play clearly working out.
No, for sure. And I think also like we see these runners, like if you want to get to this top level, if you're someone watching at home or in the crowd, I mean, I keep forgetting, like, oh my God, can we get a, oh my gosh, yay. Like, if you're someone watching, you're like, oh my gosh, I want to be one of these best players. Like, zero cycles is the thing that you got to practice. I mean, when we were walking backstage and everything, seeing them warm up, what are they doing? They're practicing like stronghold to endgame every single time. It's the nav, it's the zero cycles, it's making sure you can get that endgame so good.
I'm at Feinberg at CVS Pharmacy.
Wow. Shout out Feinberg.
This is great.
A nice Wagga as well.
You can see people wearing the name tags too. We got a lot of fans.
We have an Infume cosplay, a Feinberg cosplay.
Yes.
So cool. So awesome. I mean, I see another. There's a Hacks cosplay hidden in there as well. On the left side. Oh my goodness, it's so cool.
It's awesome to see
who
everybody's
you have a Hacks
rooting for.
cosplay. It's so cool.
Who'd you come to watch to see? I mean, there's so many good players here. I love all the storylines. I like in particular all the people like coming in through these last chance qualifying tournaments.
Yes.
Somebody like Silver, HDMI Cables, Budgie, Pavkin, Enko, all having to like fight their way to be here.
Yeah. You know who? Someone we haven't mentioned. That's a great point. That's a good thing we can talk about. So there were the 2 qualifiers to get here, right?
Yes.
There was the day 1 qualifier, which was a big bracket with like a lot of like top 100 players, etc. And you're just kind of randomly playing people going down all the way. HDMI Cables, someone who qualified on the second day, got to the finals of both chances on day 1 and lost both of them. And you're thinking, oh my gosh, like if you're HDMI, it's like, wow, I had 2 chances to qualify for this event. I lost both of them. And then what do? You don't get too upset. You come back the next day and you not just qualify through the LCQ, absolutely obliterate and qualify through. Was first the entire time and then just coasted the last 2 seeds. Did unbelievably well. I mean, someone who right now I think was in that like bottom bit would be eliminated right now, but there's so many seats to go. And HDMI is someone who I know just from talking to people in the community, someone that other runners hold in very high regard of their skill level.
Right. I totally agree. I mean, it's always cool to see, you know, at some point I felt like I was like, oh my gosh, HDMI Cables, he's like in my range. He's not in my range, Jerry. He's too good for me. He's too good for me. And it's awesome seeing these storylines, you know, seeing people come in through tournaments. We, of course, have our giants, like somebody like a Duga who's won playoffs before, seeing them just auto quality here. And, of course, we have Hacks, you know, kind of just waiting.
Yeah, Hacks is just chilling. Hacks is watching this, like, taking some notes on who we might, you know, pick later for our picks. But, I mean, that's gotta be crazy. I mean, if you're Hacks, you guys just be watching this like, wow, this is great. Like, I get to hang out, be a fan, like basically for day 1, and then lock in later on today. It's gonna be really cool to see that. But I mean, so many runners here have played really, really well so far, and it looks like Parker, we're gonna be hopping into the 3rd seed here to see how they're gonna do.
Looks like Village
seed here
next to a Taiga. So I see a lava pool instantly off to the right. We have a river to our left. That's gonna be our water and our flint. So unless there's a closer lava pool.
I was going to say, Parker, like, do you? Oh, there's another river by the lava pool on the right side. So I think that might be the play to go. I love this overhead angle.
I mean,
where's
the blacksmith though? The
way back in the taiga. You see, look at
playing
the 3 runners on the left, not seeing the
this is going to be really punishing. There is another lava pool in the trees here. Not sure if that's hidden by the terrain. If somebody toggles hard mode, that could be an advantage, getting the fire to spread a little bit more. But it looks like we have a couple runners a little bit lost. I think Enko really lost Silver on the opposite side of the village, and you're not going to be even in the blacksmith like a lot of our other top runners. So let's see. I see Mongi, Duke, Skycrab, all at this blacksmith. It looks like we have a diamond pick curry, so that's going to be particularly useful if we don't have enough obsidian. We're always going to be shooting for that 20 to make 2 portals. But now it's just a question of what's our final routing. Mongi trading for bread here. Love that play. I think we might see it from another couple people. Infume in the top right here, getting a hay bale from one of these stray, like, hay bale.
Oh, Infume!
Oh, goodness.
Don't die to an iron golem at a land. That is going to follow you. Don't do that.
That would not be good. He's still alive. He's got 2 hearts. He's totally fine here. I'm not sure if you can see the lava pool that we were able to in Spectator. That's going to be the main question. It looks like Skycrab has found that first lava pool that we pointed out. Going to be mining a couple more pieces of wood here. And maybe going.
And there's Mungie at the lava pool first. Gonna woodlight. So deciding to go for a woodlight here. That means, Mungie could have done this without even killing the golem. I'm not sure if Mungie did kill the golem or not.
Yeah.
But you got 3 iron from the blacksmith. We're also seeing Skycrab woodlight here. We're seeing a lot of runners woodlight here. So
I mean, I thought that river was close to this lava pool. I'm kind of surprised nobody's going for it. But I mean, it gives you time to mine more trees, to get more blocks. Looks like Skycrab and Mongi also doing that. But this is going to be a relatively slow enter. I mean, nobody's even in yet. Pavkin looks to be still lost. Aquahorde just now killing the Golem. Looks like Mongi is going to be our first in the Nether. Skycrab has messed up his Portal Curry.
Fineberg has a Flint and Steel as well. Yeah, Fineberg, I think the only person with a Flint and Steel. Mungi going to the Bastion now. It's a Soul Save Valley. Want to be careful of skeletons. HDMI not too far behind as well. Silver getting the Woodlight. A lot of runners starting to get to this next part of the run.
Oh.
Dugile a little bit weird on the portal, but gets it, yeah. And then what Bastion is? This is Stables, Parker. Good gap on the left. But where's a triple? It looks like in the middle. I love that play from Mungi. Did you see that? The F5 and then looked straight up so you could like see where the triple is. I really liked that play from Mungi there. And also something we didn't get to talk about the overworld that I want your opinion on. Last seed, Mungi! Oh!
You know what? It's not super punished. I mean, it is really punishing, but like, it's an awkward overworld, so you have a lot of info to make it up, but he's still just going to be a raw, probably 2
I also appreciate Mungi's facial expressions through that because what was it? It wasn't like, oh my god, I'm the worst player ever. It was, well, that was silly. Let me try again. Like, Mungi has a really good mentality for something like this. It probably also helps that you're like playing really well so far and is like in the top 3. But really want to see. The one thing I wanted your opinion on from the overworld. How many beds do you grab in the village? Infume also dies because on the last seed, we had this low explosive situation. So is that like in your head where if you get a village seed next, like, oh, I should really be careful? Anko also died. Parker, we got 3 deaths. I don't even know what to talk about. This is crazy.
We can talk about the beds. I think it's always correct to get beds from a village. It depends on the village, like how far out of the way can you go for it. But I think 2 beds you for sure should go for. Anything above that is kind of just like bonus points. I think a lot of people might even go for 4. We've seen that in playoffs before. Looks like HDMI cables only got 1. So if the string trades aren't great, that could really matter. I think we're playing double triple here. He does get an extra gold block, so that's potential for more trades. But if they aren't good, that decision to get beds at the village is really going to matter. So let's see. He's going to check his trades now. Throws in the last bit of gold, and it looks like a stack of string, so he should be fine. Has an anchor and 5 beds, plus the one he got, so he can blaze bed. He has plenty. He has the fire res, he has the obby. He's out, and HDMI cables looking really good here. I like this pearl onto this higher terrain, and he's now going to be at the fortress.
Yeah, I mean, Skycrab right here as well. Played really, really well. That's who I was watching during that. I mean, both these runners locking in. Skycrab, someone that we've seen in other LCQs really heat up as it keeps going on. Starting to play really, really well. I mean, this was such a slow overworld, Parker, but it's still a sub-5 spawner. Meanwhile, HDMI getting some strays here. Seeing a little bit of variance in how Skycrab and HDMI are playing this fortress.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised. I almost thought Skycrab was playing more strays, but doesn't have any. He's a very aggressive player. But HDMI, he's really aggressive pearls. I mean, he's in like first tier Curry. You don't need to do this. You can play more conservatively. But maybe that's showing the confidence
I love this from Skycrab.
in his gameplay.
I love this like new meta of like, let's build out the platform while in the portal. Like, it's just so cool. Really, really nice from Skycrab here. Gonna get the measurement off. Overlapping so much. And I think that's what makes Skycrab such a scary player. Just has the like mental capacity to overlap so many things at one time, and it's just incredible to watch.
Yeah, and I think a lot of that comes from like RSG when it's like you're playing for those fast seeds where you want to be able to overlap stuff.
Oh my gosh,
you normally wouldn't. Oh, 2 creepers. Hello. Looks like he's got his measurement off. HDMI cables, not sure how many rods he's on here, but I mean, they might be the only 2 in the fortress here, Corey. And because the awkward
Fineberg just getting here, basically, has the blaze bed off. I mean, we saw 3 deaths. Like, that is just...
that's significant.
Unbelievable.
I mean, there's only 8 people that can finish and only 11 on the field, so looks like...
I love this as well from Skycrab. I don't know if you saw this. Had 36 wheat in the inventory. Had enough bread from the village houses, so we didn't waste time crafting more bread until we could overlap it here at the spawner. Crazy micro plays from these runners, but that could make all the difference. I mean, especially when Skycrab and HDMI seem so close.
Oh, 100%. I mean, they've just got such a clean inventory now. The rates aren't insane. Love to see this Iron Axe play here to kill the blazes a little bit faster. Looks like he finally gets off, and he's now getting the strays that maybe HDMI cables got earlier. This could be weird with the Wither Skeletons.
It's a little bit
one
scary,
behind, one in front. He's gonna have to deal with these.
Whoa! There's so many. I mean, we found another spawner on the way. Why not?
It's just scary.
There is the blaze rod on the ground. Skycrab is going to know that there's the blaze rod on the ground. He definitely saw it, so we're going to loop back to it now. I mean, these rates are not great. But HDMI's leaving, Parker. Not sure how that happened.
I mean, just such aggressive gameplay from Skycrab, managing it super well. I think that's one of his strengths. But you're totally right. HDMI cables can be the first one in the stronghold by a pretty significant
And Parker, HDMI needs this right now. Remember,
need this.
I believe it only has 1 point so far. So HDMI really needs this. Or no, HDMI was tied with Pavkin at 5. So still wants this though to get back into that like upper
100%.
pack. And look at that nab, really nicely
look
done
at his
here.
pearl count though, Curry. He only has 4 more pearls.
Yeah.
If there's no eyes in the portal, he probably can't even go for a back buried tower. There's 1 eye though,
2 eye.
so he can hit any 0 with the amount of pearls. It's open. Oh, bad pearl, bad pearl.
Wow.
But he's fine, he's fine. It's a front tower, easy height. He's offhanding the bed. You can see him shaking his head a little bit, maybe a little bit nervous, but now very comfortable, pushing 99.
Very comfortable.
And this looks very clean. We have the bow, we have arrows.
Skycrab's going to be
That's
in.
awkward,
right
that's
behind.
awkward, Curry. He has 3 more explosives. He can hit one more double
I
bed.
think we're okay. I think we're going to... I think chase down's going to be enough.
He's got it.
And
I think
actually
he's
hits it
got
without the chase down.
Beautiful.
Really
Beautiful
nice.
0. Great recovery there after the first double bed. Looks like Skycrab also mid-0. We'll see if he can hit this. Also has the bow. I think same amount of explosives. This should be an easy 0.
Yeah, the double anchor bed here combo at the end. Skycrab's going to get second. Feinberg, 1 more explosive. Feinberg can get third. And again, really consistent. But I want to highlight what HDMI was doing there before as well. I mean, no, not what separates some of the top players, Parker, is not just your ability to play fast, it's your ability to adapt when something goes wrong in ranked. HDMI, if he had that end game 100 out of 100 times, probably would have loved to play it a little bit better, but played it well enough to not die and still play it incredibly, incredibly well and fast.
Yes, 100%. I think it matters so much in tournaments like this. Looks like Dugile now going down the same direction. Let's watch this eye fill.
Oh.
Love his drag clicking, so clean here. And we should see a lights out 0 from Duke here. It's not going to be maybe like the first place that he was hoping for, but still going to be getting points on the board. Players like Budgie, I mean, still just killing blazes. Pushing 99, has plenty of time. Going for double, he doesn't have a bet in the offhand though.
Well, a little bit awkward. I'm not sure the explosive count. It's actually not that much, Parker.
Okay, this is actually really bad.
This is really scary. I mean,
This is really bad. This is
now
really
what do
bad.
you do? Like, yeah.
I mean, he has the diamond pick. He could find the anchor if he needs the extra explosive.
I think Duke's going to go for 1 shot, if I'm going to be fully honest with you.
I think you're totally right.
Duke
He's
is
very
probably gonna go for
one-shot kind of guy.
Maybe sets up for an anchor.
Wait, how
No,
many
sets up for
explosives does he
anchor.
have, though?
He's
Wait,
gonna
this
do
is
half
kind of
buff.
weird. I mean, Infume going to Cords now.
Pavkin entering strong. I mean, Pavkin also really
Yeah,
needs
let's watch
this.
Pavkin.
This is really important for Pavkin here on the bottom right. I mean, has a good amount of explosives. And Parker, this is a 0 that I would say, I mean, was it 6 explosives or 5? Like, it didn't seem like this was something that was
Yeah, it felt like a very
these runners?
beginner-friendly 0
Yeah.
setup. But I mean, we've just seen if you don't hit the double bed very well, like Duke messed it up, HDMI messed it up, maybe it's like the rotation.
It's 6. Pavkin has 6 explosives. So this is something that these runners really should be comfortable with, but we're seeing that turning nerves come into play a little bit. And Infu, who died early
Pavkin
on,
misplaced it.
is back.
Oh, it's fine.
Yeah, Pavkin's going to get that. That's really clean for Pavkin. Get some points on the board. Dugal's getting a perch here, and that will still, this perch will beat Infume 0 cycle. So will be really nice for Dugal here.
Yeah, I think the explosives. I mean, he's got all the crystals down though, so he should just.
Oh, that's right, Parker. I actually forgot.
I mean, he might be able to kill it here with the arrows, but I think Infume's probably gonna get
Yeah,
ahead
Infume's
here.
going to actually finish it. You're
And we only
absolutely right.
have four completions, Curry. Like, what's going on?
Budgie just entering the end now. Infume is going to be Dugile, and then Dugile will be
barely.
6. Budgie will probably get 7th, and then what is the 8th place situation looking like?
I'm not sure. We've seen some deaths.
Aquacord 5th, actually, so there it is. That's what it's going to be. Didn't see a lot of Aquacord this seed, but played it, I think, well enough to get 5th still. Keep getting those points on the board. Monkey just getting into the stronghold now, but I believe it's going to be too little, too late, as Budgie and Dugile will, I think, be the last 2 placements here. Yeah, Duke is going to get 7th, and once the dragon finishes the death animation for Budgie, that'll be the seed.
Yeah, even though Silver's going for the 0, Budgie has killed the dragon. And it looks like that's it, Curry. That's it. HDMI Cable is in the lead with an 8:31.
I mean, look at the difference in time. 8:31 fastest time, 11:32 slowest time. I believe that's our biggest difference so far.
Oh, for sure.
Because especially on that first seed was very, very close.
Very
That
fast.
second seed, there was a couple people dying that made it a little bit weird. But this seed, I really think the way that HDMI played it was so well. And just what really stood out to me was just the decision making in the Bastion, a lot of people went for double, triple. That seemed to be a really good play, and just playing it aggressively enough to still be fast but not die.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think double triple was definitely the correct play there. I think it was very interesting. Like such a
And look at
big
this,
difference in
Feinberg.
times.
Whoa!
Wow.
And I mean, wow.
I mean, that's the consistency we've been talking about earlier from Feinberg here.
Yeah.
Just not getting a first place yet, but just finishing always in the top.
But look at
couple.
this part. This drop from Pavkin to Enko, 10-1 right now,
Wow.
is crazy. So that means one of these people in the top right now, this 18-10 range, one of them's going to have to go home. And that's assuming that Enko, Budgie, and Silver, they all are, I mean, they're here. They're very capable of just locking in, winning 2-3 seeds in a row. So this is still anyone's game, but that is what I'm really noticing. That crazy drop off there. It's going to be really hard for these runners to get back into this.
It is a big dropout, and we're going to have to see 4 people leave, unfortunately. I love to see HDMI cables rising there in the pack from that first place. That's got to feel really good, and that's going to give you a lot of momentum going into these remaining seats.
Absolutely. I mean, it's going to be crazy. So we've seen what so far? So Village, Buried Treasure, Room Portal. We got Desert Temple and Shipwreck. We're hoping for that
Desert
Desert
Temple's
Temple.
is the next
We're
one.
hoping
That's
for that
what I'm
Desert
calling. It's
Temple.
going to be Desert Temple here.
Yeah.
I think it'll be beautiful.
I mean, Feinberg, though, 18 points so far.
Yeah,
that
he's
is
played
like
really
that is like
well.
third, basically. Like that is crazy consistency.
Yeah.
And to have that in this, and like just to get that, like again, you don't need to win these seeds. You just need to complete them. So playing well enough to just get in that groove, keep that momentum going in between the seeds. Feinberg's doing a great job of that.
Yeah, it looks like nothing flashy from him, but just consistently in the top couple. I mean, love to see it. We've seen him transition from being like in charge and helping commentate this to now just being a full-on player.
Yeah.
And he's really good, Curry.
He's really good. He is really good. I mean, all these players are really good. I want to highlight Infume there. Really locked in on that last seed. Died early on. Still was able to run it back and completed the seed. I mean, Infume's someone who maybe didn't have as much time to practice. I mean, he's a busy guy. He's a very popular guy now. He's he's our friend, but he's really been
popular.
He's really been rising the ranks there. But spent some time practicing a little bit on the last couple days and playing really, really well. Had that death, but I think this like momentum, I think it's something knowing Infume, like dying and running it back and still getting points, that's going to be something to motivate him.
I totally agree. I mean, it always feels good. I think you never give up, especially in a format like this, where if you have a difficult seed, I mean, if you die on that first seed, it just doesn't matter. But on this seed, you die, you run it back, like he gets some points, and it looks like, oh, we got this
Take a look
tracker.
at the AT&T stat tracker here.
Beautiful.
A 604 ranked PB is pretty crazy.
Yeah, he's a very mechanically skilled player. 604 is very good. Looks like distance ran 30,000 blocks.
That's a lot of blocks.
That's a lot of blocks.
That's a lot of blocks. I mean, Parker, we run. I don't think I could run 30,000.
I don't think I could run.
That's
30,000.
That's a lot of blocks there. Also, something we'll point out. I mean, this ranked average 940. Well, I think almost all of these runners are going to have like a sub 10 ranked average. 940. Like, can you, as someone who plays ranked a lot, explain to maybe the audience how impressive a sub 10 average is?
It's just like, I mean, coming up in the speedrunning community, it was amazing to get one sub 10 ever, and that's what you're shooting for. That's the gold standard. And now people are just doing that on average. I mean, it's such a big difference, even if you have like a 1040, 1050 average compared to like a 9-minute average. You know, if you're in the top 100, you might have like a 1040 average, but the best players in the world are a whole minute faster than you. And it's just like such a big difference in that top level of gameplay. Like these players are just far and beyond the best in the world. And it's just so impressive.
And they're all in front of us. They're all right here.
They're all right here.
It's crazy. We're going to hop into the 4th seed here. We'll see what it is. And Barker, look at that.
It's a desert temple.
We're going to get a tornado.
We're going to see a tornado.
Watch out.
I think this is going to be my first ever tornado that I will witness.
Oh my God, look at this ravine. Look at this ravine.
Oh my goodness. Don't say anything, Curry.
Don't say anything. No one.
Looks like they're going to be blowing up the TNT here. We have a river off to the side.
Oh my gosh.
Tornado is starting now.
Please.
It looks like
oh no.
It's okay. It's not the end of the world. We haven't fallen into lava or anything. We know that these seeds are playable. I mean, this is just fun to watch.
That was awesome. Yeah, I don't think we've ever seen a spectator one of that exact angle. That was really cool. Something though, I haven't seen. Oh, there's a lava pool way in that
That's
plains.
hard to spot though. There's two lava pools.
Oh, okay. There we go. Yeah.
But they are kind of in the middle of this plain, so you're not going to be able to get flint super well.
No gravel.
So I think the players who hug to the right. I mean, maybe we're just playing for Woodlight. It's kind of a hard debate here. Like, it's not super far out of the way to go to the river. We saw Feinberg, the only player to play for a river on the last seed. We'll see if he does that. It looks like players like Doog, probably just going to be going for a Woodlight here. Sky Crab now building
Look
his
at
portal.
Pavkin building the portal already. I mean, some of these runners actually already here. I mean, it's a really fast seed. These runners are not going to be grabbing food. I mean, you have enough. You have a golden apple and 22 rotten flesh. That's pretty good here. So we're seeing a lot of runners decide to Woodlight. I'm curious if anyone decides to not Woodlight.
Going for a Rune Portal
And
way off in the
look at
distance.
this,
I thought he
Aquacord
was
getting
running-
gravel too.
Yeah,
So
they're both running the same direction, but Aquacord goes for the gravel. Infume goes for the Rune Portal. What is that sword, Curry? What was the sword? What was the sword?
I didn't see anything. I mean, I didn't see a crazy reaction from Infume. So I don't think it's going to be looting. And also, really unfortunate there that one last obsidian that Infume mined away to expose that last obsidian, crying. Oh, we ghost lava.
No.
Oh my
no.
gosh.
And we got to turn our attention now to the leaders. Like, Budgie's in the Bastion. Pavkin's in the Bastion. Duke not far behind, but Budgie's dead.
Budgie died? Where? Oh my gosh.
I think he got hit by a piglin or something.
Feinberg
So
paying
he's-
for his perch sins, still waiting for a Woodlight here.
Yeah, and this
There
is
it
good for
is.
the players who have died. I mean, they're not totally out of it. We saw some 11-minute completions on the last seed, so you still want to be running it back, still want to be getting those points. Looks like Mongi now starting his route. I think Pavkin is our leader at the minute.
Yeah, and also,
So
like,
far not too
this
far
is
behind.
treasure again. So Glodar is a thing we got to worry about. I've been seeing Anko crank the render up and down. We're seeing Aquacord do the same thing. We're seeing
And
Dugile now
Budgie's
do the same
back,
thing.
Though, look at that.
Wow.
Look at this recovery. Gets
Yeah.
all of his tools. I don't think anything important burned here.
Yeah, I think just a way easier recovery. I mean, Infume died fully in lava. I mean, the ghost bucket there, that is just something that's just a 1 in 1,000. Like, that's literally going to happen to you like 1 in 1,000 times playing ranked. Really unfortunate to happen on stage. But again, in a decent spot right now. We're seeing the TNT come out from Aquacord. Really love seeing this. This is exactly the combos that we want to see here. Really cool to see these runners utilizing the new techs. And also, something to keep in mind on these Desert Temple seeds, the food. Look at Pavkin, two hearts.
Scary.
Getting hit by the piglins, looping all the way around. But Parker, this rotten flesh is going to take so long for them to heal back up, and you don't want to have to use the golden apple yet, as Pavkin
Oh,
has to.
100%. Like, even though you have the golden apple, like we've seen in some playoffs, I think in the last playoffs, Infume played really well, saving that gold block or golden apple for when you're purling. It's just by far and away the best place to use it. And somebody like Pavkin, he's not going to have that opportunity. And if the fortress is particularly far, that's going to be very punishing for him.
Absolutely. You can see Anko Boy here. Still checking the trades. Did use Glodar. I don't know if Anko Boy has like really checked, like done chunk orders after doing Glodar. We'll see.
Look at our
If he has
obsidian
direction
count,
to go.
though.
Was it low?
Only 14.
Wow. So we're going to have to go bottom anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you're home portaling here, I don't think we're going to really see runners utilize that. I'd be pretty surprised. But yeah, 14's not like, oh, you missed a piece of obsidian or anything like that. Is you have to go down here. So it's going to be a little bit slower of a seed, at least from now. We'll see what the has this chest. A couple
3
gold
gold
blocks.
blocks. That's nice. Getting a couple more. We'll see how many he goes for. This is 4, 5. You could check chests at the bottom for Obby, but it's just going to be nice to have the extra gold trades here.
Yeah, also we only have 15 pearls. So like this is
Yeah.
I think this makes sense for Anko to just hop back up here. Little bit like that's like Anko grabbed the absolute minimum amount of gold blocks I wanted to grab if I have to go down to get the 20 obsidian there, but I think we'll probably be fine here, especially with ranked trades. We're at 16. We still have like 40 gold. Should be good. We also notably have that golden or normal apple. So Anko really wants to turn that into a golden apple here. We'll see if he's able to. Oh my gosh, Silver, so many piglins, and no fire res. Silver doesn't have fire res on, so has to splash fire res. Will live, but just really frenzied from Silver there.
It looks like Anko is now out, has finished all of his trades. He did break the spawner, so he knows the direction he's supposed to go, but it's a low food situation. We're just going to have to run for a little bit. I think he maybe saw the he didn't see the fortress curry. He's rescanning away from the bastion, maybe went the wrong way.
Oh my
Maybe
god,
it's
yeah,
an
Anko looks
awkward
really
diagonal.
confused.
I mean, this is a funky seed curry. I kind of
It's
like
a really
it,
funky
though.
siege. Silver 2 hearts, by the way.
Scary.
Trying to watch the advancements here, see if anyone gets the fortress, but not looking like it yet.
I mean, maybe it's just...
Oh, and there, look at Pavkin on the fort.
Wow. I mean, this is looking good. Pavkin has been really cranking pace recently. So we have the TNT. He gets 4 strays here.
Wow.
5 strays, 6 strays.
And the blazes shoot the skeletons. That's really nice. So that'll help.
Yeah. It's the 7 strays, Curry. I think Pavkin legit got 7 strays. So Anko is going to be purling to the spawner instantly, but it's just going to be behind by
Oh, and
a
look at
lot.
this. Sky Crab also at the fort. Budgie also here now, so we're seeing a couple runners start to get a little bit closer, but those strays, you're right. Those strays from Pavkin could really, really matter here.
Yeah, on a seed like the
5
last
rods
one
already.
so fast. Yeah, exactly. So he's going to be at the spawner. Doesn't even need to blaze TNT if this one drops. It doesn't though, so he's going to blaze TNT anyways. No, just decides to build his portal. Maybe he knows that he
Just has so much to do still, pre-craft, etc.
Yeah.
So I don't hate the play, but it could end up punishing Pavkin a bit here.
Let's see what these rates are like. I mean, Skycrab has so much extra gold as well. He's pre-crafted gold picks, so maybe mined a bit more gold than he needed to. Maybe lower on the explosives, trying to really crank pace. But look at this. Pavkin going to kill some pigs.
Skycrab also has 7 rods, so won't even have to pick up the eye here. We'll see if anyone's actually able to leave. I believe Pavkin's still waiting on that last rod. Only a 1 spawn here. If this doesn't drop, it could be a little bit dicey. It does. So Pavkin's going to be able to leave here. Am I crazy? Does Pavkin not have 6? Oh, maybe an eye broke?
No, I think it was 10. What is this TT setup? Okay, that was pretty freaking awesome. So he gets it off, but Curry, he has 10 eyes.
He has 10
and a rod. So he's good to go. He just needs to pre-craft. Maybe just doesn't know. Skycrab finished his measuring and is going to be off. He does not kill the pig that Pavkin did. So we'll see how much
Pavkin knows now. Realized, able to leave.
I mean, I think he's still in the...
Oh my gosh, gas for Skycrab.
Hi, gas.
I like these gold picks as well. We haven't really seen a lot of gold pick gameplay so far today, but Skycrab, one of the players that really utilizes that a lot. Obviously, Hacks we'll see later on today, really likes utilizing gold pickaxes, so that's going to be something to watch out for. And this pork chop is really starting to matter.
Golden apple.
Wow. Utilizing the golden apple now is interesting. You're basically just immediately committing to you're going to have to hunger reset, which at the health Skycrab was at
Pavkin going on the nether roof?
What is happening?
Pavkin is going on the... So he messed up the pearl clip. I think you need to be 1 block lower.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness. So he needs to be 1 block lower or use ladders, so he doesn't have the health here. That's just so unfortunate. He tried to Pearl Cup twice. I don't even hate the idea here. It's a very far stronghold through Basalt. We see Skycrab digging through with golden picks, but if Pavkin gets on top of the nether roof, I mean, I just don't know if it's correct.
I think Budgie just found better terrain. Like, I honestly...
Yeah, like under here. I mean, it's just so weird because we don't know how far it is, but Skycrab clearly making the better decision here.
And
Pavkin,
like, props to Pavkin. This is like maybe the coolest thing I've ever seen anyone try and go for in a LCQ. But it doesn't seem like it's going to work out. And at this point, you kind of have to commit to it. Is Skycrab going to be in the end here? And also, again, this is not the crazy fastest seed. This is barely going to be sub 10. And Skycrab is clearly ahead of everyone by like a minute right now. So, yeah, kind of crazy to see here. Has the gold picks. They're both low on durability, but it should be enough to dig out of here. It's only 0.56, so this will be enough. We mess up the Pearl Clip, though, and that could matter. We have just... I mean, we kind of just have to commit to not doing this, especially with the blocks.
No, he's going for it.
This is really aggressive.
90 setup, probably. This is a low tower.
You just have to leave, yeah.
Yeah, I think...
But look at HDMI, hello?
And let's go, HDMI. Good double bed. Love to see the offhand beds. He has 2 more. This should kill the dragon.
Feinberg's Pearl was low as well. Watch for Feinberg here. This is going to be really close, I believe. Skycrab having to set up for the 1 cycle. This is so close for Feinberg. Does make it just barely.
I mean, the dragon's a little bit high here. Trying to deal with the dragon's height to get good damage. This should be a good double bed.
We have a lot of explosives here. And again, I mean, we've mentioned it, Feinberg every time, just in that top 3. HDMI, though, back-to-back first places. Playing so well. Aquacore getting a hunger reset. Mungie in the end now. This could be huge for Mungie.
Yeah,
Feinberg's going to kill the dragon. And Skycrab at the mercy of the dragon.
Yeah, really just going to have to wait. I mean, he's healed up a little bit more because he had the rotten flesh. Let's see how Mungie deals with the 0. We've seen a little bit of hiccups with everybody. Feinberg, very well done. Solid 2nd place. So
really low for Mungie. Wow. Good job, though.
Yeah, this looks good. Maybe a little bit of funkiness with the stream, but gets it off. The dragon is dead, and that's going to be a 3rd place for Mungie Curry.
Really nice. Budgie's also going to kill the dragon
Budgie
there. Get some points on the board. Aquacore's going to kill the dragon. And all this happening, Parker, while Skycrab just has to wait for the perch.
Yeah, really.
Nothing he can do. Messing up the Pearl Clip there is just so brutal. And then not able to get a great Pearl afterwards to get on the tower.
Yeah.
A little bit unlucky. I think if it was a lower tower height, maybe you're able to make something happen. But yeah, you could just see it's just brutal. It is just brutal.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of awkward seeds here. I love to see it. You know, you got to utilize these different decision-making pathways in your brain. Looks like Sky Crab now going for the perch here, has the 2 anchor set up. He should kill it. And Seeker himself, I believe, is that a 6? No, Infume just killed the dragon. Silver just killed the dragon.
Wow.
So who's going to finish first here?
I think
Infume?
Skycrab will beat, I think it's Infume, then Skycrab, then Silver.
I think you're right.
So there's Infume.
But no, Infume gets 6.
There's Skycrab.
Sky Crab
And
finishes.
then Silver will be 8, I believe. And there it is.
Wow.
And there it is.
Beautifully well done. I mean, these last 2 seeds, Curry, have been really, really tricky. I mean, total contrast to the first seed, where Aquacore got a 730. I mean, he's going to be in the lead.
This is a really hard seed. Like the treasure, we've had 2 treasures where you haven't seen the fort, basically.
Yeah.
And with Glodar and with the, you know, you want to, it's that balance of you're trying to play super fast, you're trying to play super aggressive, but you want to be consistent, right? Like, so you're not going to try and just send a direction without doing Glodar correctly or anything like that. So we're seeing these runners really take their time. If they're not sure about Glodar, they're going to go down, break the spawner. Like, we didn't have the 20 obsidian from the top there. A very awkward seed, but HDMI cable, someone who, I mean, we're highlighting them right now, like someone who I would personally think maybe someone who's better on these faster seed types. We saw their PB before on the AT&T stat tracker, like the 604, that's a crazy fast time, one of the fastest in this tournament. I view HDMI as a runner who has a crazy top speed, but not one of like the Infumungi, really creative people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But HDMI playing so well on these last 2 seeds.
I totally agree. I was talking to him earlier. You know, he sounded a little bit nervous. He's like, I don't know how I'm going to do. But like, he's doing well.
You're doing pretty good. You're doing pretty good so
here.
far. I mean, it's crazy to see. I mean, there's always going to be something like this where some surprises happen.
Right.
HDMI, someone who's been in the community for so long, playing really, really well so far.
Yeah, it's so lovely to see. We're really starting to see some of these storylines develop. Feinberg just playing so dominantly.
And we could see.
I mean, look at this. 25 points. HDMI in second, Monkey in third. This is a beautiful lineup. Skycrab just following behind. Aquacord not getting any points on that last seed. But look at these bottom 4.
Oh, no, getting
Who's
4.
gonna
He
get
just didn't move placement. So again, Aquacord like kind of consistently getting that like 4th, 5th place.
Yeah.
Locking in there. We're starting to see, before it was 10 and 10 with, I believe, HDMI and Pavkin, or someone was very close as well. Like with Pavkin on that border, still trying to get back in, had the chance, they're just a little bit too slow entering the end. And Budgie really needed those 5 points there to kind of push up. And those performances, if Budgie, Silver, Enko, anyone wants to get back into the game, they're going to have to do exactly that. But I mean, Fiverr's got to be feeling pretty good right now with this
you've got
performance.
to be feeling really good. I mean, we're getting into the heart of this gameplay here. Look at all these players. I mean, it's going to be really dangerous. Those bottom 4 players are really going to have to pull out some good performances if they don't want to be eliminated.
2374 peak elo for HDMI
That's a pretty high elo. Love the AT&T stats tracker. Very cool. Nice little graphic. Ranked average, 940. I know he's been improving a lot recently. Love to see that peak elo. HDMI cables. Invest early. If you haven't invested in the HDMI cable stock, I mean, this is the time to do it.
HDMI was a player who in seasons 4 to, I want to say, like 8 of ranked.
Yeah.
Maybe like 3 to 7. Like, was someone who always played in like an LCQ, would maybe get to like the top 20, 30 range of an LCQ qualifying for playoffs, and then would get eliminated. And was kind of stuck there for a while. And something that really sticks with me when I interviewed HDMI, I believe it was, we have the thing here, I believe it was season 8 playoffs when HDMI played for the first time. And he mentioned that he felt stagnated during that time. Like, was like, oh my God, is it even worth continuing to play? Like, I've had a really hard time like getting past this barrier here. But from basically then to now, I mean, there is a real argument that HDMI is a top 8, 10 player in the world. Like, has been playing so well.
I agree.
And we see here, we're hopping into another seed. It's another Ruined Portal, Parker.
Could be awkward, though. I mean, maybe it's a little bit weird completing the portal. We have enough for a bucket. I don't know how many nuggets
that was like at least 4 or 5, I think. I don't think it was 6. I don't think it was 6.
I don't think it was 6 either.
I think it's going to be a situation where we're trying to get an iron pickaxe in the bastion, getting one of the guaranteed iron chests, or maybe just some random nuggets along the way. But a lot of wood very close by. Has the light in the ruined portal, so we're going to be able to do that. But because they don't have the iron pick, they're not going to be able to grab those 2 gold blocks, which is going to be a little bit annoying for them. But we're going to see, this is going to be a very fast overworld, though, I think.
Yeah, a big question is like, what's our food situation? I saw dandelions off in the distance, but probably not going to be pushing for those. Are there any pigs around here? I mean, if it's a seed like these last 2 that we've seen, food is going to really matter. And it looks like Duke killing some sheep here. Some other players presumably already have. Infume also going for sheep. But it looks like Mongi is going to be building our portal and probably going to be our first one in the nether. We don't have the iron pick, so you're right. We can't overlap getting these gold blocks here. A little bit unfortunate. But we're in. What's the spike looking like?
I love Feinberg. Also want to point out, mining a bunch of blocks while in the portal, just like a little bit of overlap to get a little bit more blocks. Really like that. We're seeing a lot of players enter the nether at basically the same time. Mungi going lower. A lot of times in speedrunning, you want to try and keep that high terrain, but terrain really doesn't have anywhere else to go. So Mungi taking lower here seems to be, I believe, the furthest along so far. I think. Do we see the Bastion? We do.
And look at this going to kill a Hoglin. Maybe that was an incentive to go down lower. I think a couple of these players killing Hoglins. I think Skycrab killed a Hoglin. Anko has 3 pork chops, so presumably he killed a Hoglin.
I really like that play. I really like killing Hoglins. I think, honestly, I would like to see players do it more sometimes. Having that food just allows you to play so aggressively in a spot like this in LCQ, especially when consistency really matters. You want to not have to play too risky if you don't have to.
Right, especially if you know you're one of those first people in the nether. You can kind of sacrifice some of that time for more consistency.
Look at the terrain Skycrab took. Yeah, you were just going to mention, I mean, this is a great spot he's building from.
I totally agree. It looks like Budgie has made the same decision. A lot of these players utilizing their gold picks to get a couple extra blocks. Silver bridging straight across. I think he's the only one in this section. But usually you want to be checking these upper sections first for obsidian and a couple chests to play triple the gap. So it looks like most players are going to be going up here. Skycrab taking a lot of fall damage. That's going to be a little bit awkward. But we have food. And Stables is one of those bastions with maybe the most decisions to make. There's so many different routes, so many things to be aware of here. And so we might see a couple different decisions from these players. Was it 2 triples at the top?
I believe it was
1?
I believe it was 2. It was just divorced.
So you could play Divorce. I don't think any of these players are going to be playing it.
No, I actually really like what Anko Boy's doing here. Going from the chest into the middle, which is the single, breaking the chest, and then opening into the good gap here. Phenomenal routing from Anko Boy. Taking a little bit of damage, but should be okay. Monkey doing the same thing, a little bit slower. Budgie taking a bit of damage. Skycrab taking a bit of damage, but all these runners eventually conglomerating in the same spot here as they go down.
Yeah, exactly. And we're seeing some beef salad hole from basically all these runners, maybe a little bit of variation in which gold blocks you mine first. I think Budgie is slightly ahead of the rest of the pack. Anko also one of our leaders here, but all 4 of these players on our screen right now, so close. We'll have to see where the fortress is. Where can these players make up time on each other?
I think Anko is in the best spot because not only is Anko like basically at the same pace as Budgie, I believe a little bit ahead even. Anko has the food, Budgie doesn't. That is really important here. And Anko needs these points. Remember, Anko, Budgie, and Silver, I believe, are the 3 that are like a little bit out of the pack right now. They really want to do well in this seed. This is Anko's chance to get right back in it.
Yeah, this is kind of like, it's getting to the point in the tournament where it's like, you're kind of cementing your fate here.
Yeah.
If you're in the bottom couple 4, like you might not even have a chance. So we'll see how that pays off. I love to see utilizing the gold pick in the Bastion route here from Budgie. Silver, or Mongi checking his trades. Looks like we have our obby. 24 string though, 2 beds pre-crafted, so we're at 4 beds, no anchors. So this is awkward. This is a decision point. Do you go for more explosives? I know Mongi ran across glowstone earlier in the seed, but didn't pick it up. But this is just a 4 explosive seed. So you're not going to be able to blaze bed. I mean, somebody like Duga, who's maybe very comfortable with going for 1 shot, maybe you double blaze bed and just go for the 1 shot. It's just...
It'd be a pretty crazy play for sure. It'd be a pretty crazy play. A couple other people are starting to get to the fortress, mainly Anko Boy as well as Monkey, but Monkey taking the time to grab this glowstone. So is Anko Boy. And this is what we talked about. This is exactly what you just talked about. But also, we want to be able to go for the most consistent 0 possible, especially when points just matter so much here for all the runners.
Right. And I don't know how much crying obsidian we have, but might even be going for 3 anchors here. They're mining a lot of
20-something on the side of Monkey, I just saw.
He's going for a full stack.
32! 32 crying obsidian for Monkey.
Wow. So he's going to be able to make 4 explosives. So that's a lot of time lost not getting to the spawner.
Wow, and these
but
pearls
it's going to give you so much opportunity in the end here. Oh, scary.
Gonna be good. It gets 3 strays as well. Probably won't go for that super far one, but we'll probably try and get these 2. A little bit awkward on that hit there, but should be okay to get this guy. Yeah. Nice little maneuver from Monkey there.
So, I mean, even Monkey, he has so many more explosives now. Maybe we even see a blaze bed. I think he has 4 bed, 4 anchor. So he's probably going to use at least one of those. And somebody like Skycrab mining out with the gold pick. I love this play, actually. He saved that gold pick.
Yeah.
And it's really coming into handy here.
A really good micro thing that like really can separate runners at this level is how they utilize a gold pickaxe. That's why Hax is so good to utilize the gold pickaxe, in my opinion, the best. And I think Skycrab is right there with them. So really cool to see Skycrab do that when not grabbing the glowstone from earlier. So I like the play from Skycrab, playing very aggressive here. But I mean, with the RSG style that Skycrab likes to play, it makes a lot of sense from him.
Right. And it looks like he's now going to be blinding. So let's see what the distance is like. I mean, this is still not even that slow of a pace. I mean, 6-minute blind here. Dugile still just mining out. I love standing on the top here while you're mining, just to stay a little bit away from the blazes. Looks like Skycrab got his measurement off, but maybe something went wrong with his ninja brain? No, we just can't see the measurement. But he's picked up his eye.
Oh, Dugile.
Scary. Oh, he's got a wither skeleton.
Should be okay, yeah. Anko getting the measurement now as well. Skycrab doing a really cool hunger reset on the blind portal here. Going to grab the bed, has everything that he needs. And Budgie's also going to be blinding here. Going to be curious who's the first person to leave.
Unfortunately, didn't set his spawn. I don't know if it was a weird underwater hunger reset. You have to, it's a little bit weird, like right-clicking on the bed. So that's probably what happened to him. A little bit unfortunate. That's going to be very hard to run back from. Looks like Budgie also measuring now. I don't know if we are going to be able to see any of these measurements, but it's just going to be a little bit weird. I mean, not anybody is blaze betting, slow blaze rates. How are we going to get out? Duke throwing a pearl hang now. Looks like he's already measured.
Yeah, I mean, Dugile playing this pretty well. Oh, that's going to be a little bit annoying. Oh, it came back.
Hi.
Oh, very nice.
Beautiful. So he's still just forcing mining completely out this spawner. I think I like the play. Look at all those strays.
Whoa, that's like
off in the distance. But that's going to be hard to play for. I mean, what's the terrain
This is the discipline of Dugile, like, right? Like, you just have to play like this. You're going to maybe definitely go for those if you need, like, one more, but Dugile, I think, still needs 3. So, makes sense to not go for those yet. And, yeah, actually only need one more. Yeah, so is going to be able to leave here. Going to see how far we have to travel here. No soul sand, or no soul speed, I should say.
Oh, now he's going for that patch of glowstone that Mongi got earlier in the seeds. Yeah. That's going to be a lot of time.
But look at this, Skycrab building the portal. So able to go, but again, Skycrab very low explosives compared to everyone else. This is a very aggressive play from Skycrab.
Yeah.
I don't know if I love it, but we're going to see what it goes
stronghold. For. I don't think we mismeasured. This
I'm going to assume we're just going to be 39. It's probably just below the C counter on the top left. Looks very good. We're just going to the exact chords that we need to go to for Skycrab, and this will probably happen for every single runner. So not that big of a difference here. Anchorboy running it back still. So knows that his items are safe.
I'm getting scared here, but no, there is the stronghold for Skycrab. He's going to be the first one in. Dugile building his portal.
No good spike for Skycrab that I'm noticing.
Look at this from Budgie too. Oh, goodness.
Oh my gosh.
He tried to place lava on the glowstone when he pearled to like help him stay at the top.
Silver in the portal.
Look at this.
Silver needs this.
And Aquacore's already in the end.
But doesn't have 0. If Silver's able to hit the 0, Silver is right back in this. Silver needs to hit the 0 here.
It's only 4 explosive. It's 4 explosive. He does do a multi-block setup to get more aggressive damage.
This is a really hard 0.
I mean, we've seen... There's no way he's going for a side setup with 4 explosives, Curry. There's no way.
Maybe he has 5? Maybe he has 5?
I think he only has 1 anchor, 3 bed. If he hits this, I'm going to be so impressed.
No, he has 5.
He has 5.
Oh, but
goodness.
This is a
he's double bedding here, though. Is it low enough? Oh, doesn't get the timing right, and the second bed does no damage. So it's a chase down now, and we've seen him pull off a really good chase down.
I think is going to hit the 0. Has one more explosive. Is it enough? It is. Skycrab's going to hit the 0. That's huge for Skycrab, especially after last seed. Pretty much the exact opposite happening. Really nice for Skycrab. Going to get first on this. Infume also not able to go for 0. Silver's in an okay spot. It's not the end of the world as long as we have arrows, which I believe that he does. So Silver could still get like a top 3 placement here. That would be huge. No one else is really able to go for the 0. I mean, Aquacore's still waiting. Infume still shooting crystals. And Silver just has to hit these shots. Really nice from Silver.
That was a nice shot.
Yeah.
And I think he has 1 left.
Dugile going for the 0, has a really nice setup here for a double anchor, and it's just beautiful from Dugile there.
Rotation 0?
I might have been. That was phenomenal from Dugile.
Off. Very clean 0. Looks like Feinberg also waiting for the perch here.
Yeah.
We've had maybe 1 player die on the seat so far. Maybe this is a perch
I believe
for
it was just
Aquacord
Anko.
here?
Yeah, I think this is perch for Aquacord. This is going to be really nice. Again, playing consistent. Same thing with Feinberg. Not trying to go for anything crazy. Just keep getting points on the board. There's Dugal's second place. Aquacord should be getting third here. And then Silver could get fourth, maybe? Not exactly sure, but Aquacord's going to secure top 3 there.
Wow.
Which is really nice. And Silver just waiting on this perch. So many runners just waiting. And that looks like it's going to be for Silver, and that's huge. But Budgie is, I believe, going to beat Silver here. Actually, I don't know.
This is going to be close.
This is really close.
Down. I think Budgie gets
it's going to be
it here,
Budgie,
but
yeah.
it's just...
Oh my god, I actually
Hold
don't
on.
know.
It's
gonna be Silver!
And Silver
It's gonna be Silver!
gets an extra point on Budgie.
And that matters so much. They're both towards the bottom of the leaderboard right now. But
And
Pavkin gets
in
fourth.
fourth.
We haven't seen Pavkin, so that actually matters a lot for Pavkin. There's the 5th for Silver. There's the 6th for Budgie. So that matters a lot there. Infume's gonna get 7
the
and
last
Mungie
2.
8th by
Wow.
0.3 seconds, Parker.
That was so tight there in the end.
Wow.
Those last couple of completions.
I mean, there's a world where Silver goes from 5th to 8th there, and that matters so much at that bottom of the leaderboard there for right now. Like, that was really nice. I really like the play that Silver went for. It's unfortunate that last bed did 0 damage, but again, kind of like his incredible play earlier, that's at least something to give you a bit of momentum before we hop into some, like, other seeds.
Yeah, totally. It was just, I think, a little bit unfortunate. The, like, second double bed just barely mistimed it, but we saw a lot of cool end fights there. You know, some people hitting some zeros, some people waiting for perches, some people going for more glowstone. I think that was one of the big deciding factors. We saw Duke hit a nice 2+2 with that extra anchors.
Absolutely amazing. And we're going to throw it to the desk. This is the like halfway mark. We've done 5 seeds. We have 5 more seeds to go. We're going to throw it over to Fulham, Danny, and Emerald to talk a little bit more about what we've seen so far.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Lewis Fulham mid-match analysis. No, I'm teasing. We are 5 seeds into our 10 seeds of this free-for-all. Stage 1, we're halfway done. Danny, Emerald, how did you find those first seeds? What did you think about them?
I mean, everything's crazy right now. Like, we have... Like, did you see the Silver?
We're gonna get.
Did you guys see the Silver?
There was one clip that has already gone crazy. What an absolutely unreal clip that was. And I think we're gonna be able to have it on show. We might be able to get a little replay because I feel like it deserves a replay. That one clip was just unreal. We really thought it was over. He got there first. He was in the end very, very early. Went for the 0, not able to complete it. But what an unreal chase down this was. How?
Like,
It's just
you
perfect.
can't make this up. Like, the timing, like,
It must have been
milliseconds,
like,
and it
it's-
could have been a different, like, completely
Look at the
different outcome.
dragon's health as it flies away. Like, there's so much health, and it takes its time circling around the crystals, regaining that health, and he waits.
This is just insane. Like,
He waits for the perfect time,
Wow,
and it's
that's
it's
absolutely
just
insane.
insane. Doesn't get hit by the dragon, doesn't take damage, just really, really crazy. And I know, Emerald, I was sitting next to you in the crowd, and you were saying, Pearl of the Crystal, Pearl of the Crystal. I was like, surely there's too much health.
It's the only thing you can really do in that kind of situation. You have to Pearl the Crystal. It's a Hail Mary play. I think Parker Curry also mentioned that. And it's just an incredible heads-up play. And Silver's one of those runners where they're very creative and they're very fast-thinking. And I mean, he just absolutely proved it with that clip. It was incredible.
Yeah, and that got him on the board. I know that Silver had a little bit of a rough start in these first few seeds, but I think that moment should really invigorate him, try and get his, the mental backing back involved, because that clutch, I mean, you could give that situation to probably all of the other 10 runners that we see on stage. And I don't know how many of them feel confident enough to take their time and think about the situation, look at the dragon's flight path, see where it's going to interact with the crystal, and pearl at it slightly early so that the hitbox gets as close as it possibly can to that crystal, dealing the maximum amount of damage. And it must have been so close.
I mean, hey, even if you gave them, even all these runners, like 10 tries to do this exact same thing with this amount of health, I don't even know if you're going to have like a 10% success rate. Like, I don't know. It's insane.
Silver locked in, and that was his first point. I wonder if we're going to be able to pull up the leaderboards at this halfway point, because I think it's such an important thing. Even though we're halfway through, And there's some players that have already pulled away, and there are some players that are down towards the bottom right now. You know, I mean, we can see, unfortunately, Anko, a little bit of nerves so far in the first 5 seeds, and Feinberg not finishing that last seed. So he was on 25 points after 4, but with no points in that last round, that could make a lot of difference. A lot of the chasing pack have caught up to him. Now, I want to really focus in here on Pavkin. He's got 15 points so far, and 5 points in that last round, really trying to get into that top 7. And Emerald, I know that you are one of the runners that have been very close in a lot of LCQs, have kind of had that moment of trying to get through. And how do you feel? How do you feel if you're in Pavkin's situation right now?
I feel like if you're Pavkin, you have 15 points, you're only 2 points away from the cutoff. I feel like you still have to be in a pretty comfortable situation. You know, Budgie, Silver, Anko, they're pretty far below you. You still have a decent lead. You just got to play your own game, keep an open mind, and be able to make the good plays in the next seed, because he's still in a great spot. You know, this leaderboard's really close. He's only 10 points off first, and that's like a little more than one winning seed win. So, I mean, I think Pavkin still has a great chance to win this tournament. But I think something to note is, what is it looking for Budgie, Silver, and Anko?
It's looking a little bit more of a sticky situation for those guys. I know that, you know, the seeds haven't quite gone their way so far, but we are only halfway through. And you can see Skycrab, Feinberg got 25 points in that first half of the seeds, averaging 5 points per seed. They could do that in the second half. They've had their warm-up. They've had their nerves. You know, we're here with an amazing crowd in person, live. And some of these players face revealing for the first time, in the crowd for the first time, interacting with a bunch of the audience members. But it's all down to these next 5 seeds, because if they don't lock in and get into that top 7, they're not going to be advancing onto the bracket. Danny, I wanted to talk to you specifically about Feinberg, because I think he's one of the people that, you know, a lot of the players, a lot of the audience, a lot of the streamers around this event can tease him, can joke a little bit. He might be one of the, you know, more unk status runners that we've got here. He's been around for a long time. People say he's past his best. But I think in those first 5 seeds, it looks like he's trying to show, especially in this live setting, how fierce of a runner he can be.
I mean, hey, like, he's playing in a lot of, like, in-person tournaments. I think, like, that is the biggest thing right now. Like, he's dialed in. Look at him right now. Yeah. He's, like, so dialed in. And it's like, I don't know, it's just, at the end of the day, it's about the experience, right? Like, I feel like it's so much harder to perform if you haven't had that exposure before. But again, HDMI cables hasn't had that exposure, but like popping off, got 0 this last seed, but is still 21 points, which is just insane. Like, I cannot stress enough.
I know that Emerald wanted to speak a little bit about HDMI cables, because having won a back-to-back seeds in this so far, gets 16 of his 21 points from just those 2 seeds. But I know that you spoke to him a little bit backstage beforehand, and I wanted to ask you, how do you think HDMI Cables is feeling right now? What do you think about his chances?
I feel like HDMI Cables, I remember talking with him though, he's like, I'm really nervous. And honestly fair, I would be nervous too. So being able to handle those nerves, winning 2 seeds, that's got to be an amazing confidence booster for him. He's won 2 seeds. He's in a pretty solid spot. I think he was 5th on the leaderboard, and like, he's only 4 points off first. So I mean, 5th sounds kind of low, but he's still really close to being first. And I feel like you got to be pretty comfortable for him. You feel a lot better by yourself. Maybe the nerves have like gone away, and yeah, I feel like HDMI is someone to look out for. Pretty secure in this top 7 right now, so hopefully he can make it onto this bracket stage.
Definitely. I mean, I think HDMI Cables has had some really high highs and some really low lows, getting the first place in 2 seeds, but then you know, failing to complete a few of these seeds as well. It's quite a big disparity, and I think if he can get that consistency back, especially, you know, getting back-to-back first places is so huge. And I'm shocked to see that, you know, I think it is truly the inconsistency, the difference between how these runners do on each seed. And I know that I think you mentioned it before, Danny, how important consistency is in a tournament format similar to this stage 1, this free-for-all.
The thing is with consistency is that like you can be in the middle of the pack the entire time, especially in like LCQ or this like free-for-all. It's just like, you will do fine. You will qualify. But again, HDMI playstyle, 0, 8, 8. You know what I mean? Like, that averages out to being consistent, like, in the middle of the pack. So it's just kind of like, I guess it's pick your poison kind of type thing. Yeah.
100%. And I mean, I know that we've mentioned Feinberg, we've mentioned HDMI cables. I wanted to talk quickly and briefly about Anko. Anko boy currently sitting at the bottom of the leaderboard, 1 point so far. What, if you could speak to Anko directly right now, what would you say as someone that can come back? Because, you know, Anko Boy's here for a reason. He was able to qualify through the amazing qualification process that we had that both integrated the playoff section as well as those open qualifiers towards the end. And I mean, Anko's here. Anko's here, and he's not, you know, he's not here to play games. He's not here to play around. I know he's going to want to get back. What would you say if you were trying to coach Anko to get through this second half? Either of you, if you want to chip in for this.
I think like you just gotta play your own game. Anko knows he's a good player. He's here. Yeah, you said he's here for a reason, and I just think he needs to like have a mental reset. And you know, it's still very doable. I mean, winning 1 or 2 seeds will put him right back in that top 7 spot. So, I mean, it's still anyone's game. Anko 1 point. I think Silver's 2 points, and he's still kind of in the same boat. So, I mean, it goes out to both of them. I think they're both great players, and they both easily have a chance to make it to this top 7.
This game is about momentum. Like, this format is just about momentum, but at the end of the day, if you get a couple first, second, and thirds, you can pull it back, even in Anko's position right now. Like, he just has to forget about the last 5 seeds and just really focus on the next 5, because you just got to play your heart out. Like, that's all you can do at this point.
You can't change anything from the past now, and we do have just as long to get those points on the board as we did do in those first 5 seeds. No one's eliminated. I know in LCQ we've got that slight different format where, you know, after a few seeds we eliminate players that are lower down on the leaderboard. It's not like this here. Everyone's going to be playing these 10 seeds, and the top 7 at the end, no matter if you were bottom for the first 5 seeds, you can always bring it back. And you do have enough time. I mean, we've seen it in the past. You know, these runners, HDMI cable's getting 16 points in 2 seeds. That could happen to anyone. Just depends on whether they play their game better than everyone else that's here. I mean, as much as this is an individual game, do you think there's anything that you can do? And now I'm not saying trash talk in the chat, but we've seen it in past tournaments, haven't we? Is there anything that can focus or make you lose focus in a tournament setting like this?
I think the biggest thing is seeing other people's splits, and especially in like a scenario where you have like a double triple versus like a triple the gap situation, like it's really difficult to, like, if you see somebody go for the faster strat that is a little bit more risky, you're like, man, maybe I should have done that. But it's like, you don't know until it's hindsight 2020. You don't know until after. So it's just kind of, it's tough.
I mean, we've seen a lot of these runners stop for things like extra explosives for zero cycle to play that little bit safer. But then I know that I've also noticed something that's a little bit separate to the game. A lot of players have been using that tab key to show up the leaderboard, show where everyone else is, show what split other runners are on. Can that ever backfire? Do you think that could ever go, I really need to beat Silver in this seed because he's the player that's above me, for example, and he's ahead of me now because he's in the next split? Does that make you play more aggressive, more dangerous? Does that lead you to expose yourself to more dangers?
I feel like looking at the leaderboard or like looking at the tab and like kind of seeing where it is, it's like, honestly, it's a distraction in my head. Like, you want to play your own game. Like, obviously, yeah, I want to beat Silver because I'm like below him. But like, at the end of the day, it like doesn't matter how Silver does. It matters how you do, and you have to be able to be the one to push yourself, make those good decisions, smart decisions, and thinking more about like, I need to try to be faster than this person. It just like takes away brain power, because Minecraft's a very decision-heavy game, and if you're thinking about anything else that's not related to the game, it can completely, absolutely mess you up like in the game. So, yeah.
Well, I think it is a balance at the end of the day, because like we saw Feinberg not go for the 0, even though like he might have been able to hit the 0 on that like one. He had like 2 bed, 2 anchor, and it's like if you're ahead and you look at other people's positions in the game, I think it is important to consider, but you can't weigh down on it too heavily, because then you're going to get in your own head, like what Emerald said. Like, it's just, yeah.
I think that's definitely true. And, you know, as much as I'm sure I don't have as much tournament experience in this sort of a scenario as you guys do, I think that that does make a lot of sense. As much as you can know about the leaderboard and know who you have to beat, at the end of the day, it's your game. The only thing that you can do is play as fast as you can, and there's nothing you can do to impact these other runners, apart from, you know, as you say, maybe go for a riskier play, maybe go for those variance plays. Do you think towards the end of the seeds, maybe, you know, seed 9, seed 10, you're going to see more of these runners go for those risky plays, those that might need that extra few points to guarantee their spot, or maybe to overtake and try and get into those top 7 places?
Honestly, I can actually see it happen. Let's say we're in a C10 scenario. The person who's bottom, like the top of the bottom 4, needs to like send a 1-eye. I can definitely see it happening if they need to like have the guaranteed 8 points to lock in the top 7. I feel like we might see some 1 or 2 eyes being sent, especially towards the last, maybe not the 8th or the 9th seed, but I think the 10th seed.
2i?
2i sent.
Two-eye would be
It's
kinda
a good
interesting.
call. I
I
like it.
mean-
I like it.
You got to do what you got to do to win, you know? It could be worth it, especially if you know, like, you're falling behind and, like, have to make up the time.
4i? Okay, we're not sending.
Hey, we could. We could see as risky
we'll
as we
see.
want. Now, we're letting these runners have just a few moments just to, gather their thoughts, run and grab some water, run and grab some snacks, make sure that everything's all set up before we go into this next seed. So I wanted to talk to you guys. I mean, we're halfway through now. Predictions are, something that we spoke about a little bit earlier. Is there anything you want to change? Is there anything you want to double down on?
I still have hope for Silver and even Anko. I feel like there's still a line. Like, I don't know. And especially, it's kind of like Anko is has a very high, like, upper bound. So I feel like if he really cranks these next 5 seeds, we could see a generational comeback, honestly.
Definitely.
Like, it could be crazy.
I think a comeback from Anko is definitely still on the cards here. You definitely don't want to write him out. Emerald, is there anything you wanted to quickly say about your predictions?
I'm actually feeling pretty good at my predictions. I think I had, like, Aquaport, Feinberg. I mean, those guys are looking at the top. And I don't know. I'm super excited. I hope the people at the bottom, Silver, Anko, Mudgy, they can bounce back. I think they still all have a chance. So I'm super excited to see what they can do in these next 5 seeds.
Definitely so. I'm not going to worry about my predictions. I am going to quickly send you over to a quick word from the sponsors of the tournament today. So we're going to go for a little intermission, a little ad break for just a few minutes, and then we're going to get straight to the casters back for Seed 6.
Thank you so much. We are back for the second half of Seeds.
Yes, sir.
Parker, there's a lot of storylines going on. A whole lot.
There are.
Feinberg has been playing unbelievably well. HDMI Cables won back-to-back Seeds, and there's 3 players who are really going to try and do everything they can to get back into the mix so far. What is the #1 storyline you're looking out for as we head into the second half of
I think
Seeds?
just looking at the leaderboard, honestly, I think it was Mongi and Infume kind of fall down to that 5th and 6th range, and they're going to be in a bit of danger there. But I think overwhelmingly, this has been a kind of even leaderboard. We don't have somebody who's 10 points ahead. We have 2 people tied for 25 points. It's really going to be a question of, like, can those bottom 3 right there, can they pull back up into this pack here? Because everybody else is close near that 20 to 25 range.
Yeah, absolutely. And not only is it just the 7 players to qualify, it's also the top 3 get to pick their opponent.
That's true.
Which is really important because there's certain things where, like, Feinberg, if he, this leaderboard stays still, he'd have the 2nd pick, gets to choose who he wants to play. I mean, obviously, all these players are very scary, but all these players have played each other a lot of times. There might be certain people you're more familiar with matchup-wise, or just mainly people you've never played before, so you're a little bit averse of playing them. So that's going to be something going through these players' minds as well. But the #1 thing, can Budgie, Silver, and Anko get back into this pack here? I mean, Pavkin is right there with them. Currently on the chopping block right now, but could easily get back into this. And we're going to see here, it's going to be a village seed. It's another Plains village. And the blacksmith right there immediately. I love what Monkey just said, grabbing carrots immediately, maybe not having to worry about food. This is a very small village. We're going to see if there's a lava pool or anything. We see the river. I believe, is that a lava pool over there?
There's a ruined portal.
Oh, that
but
is a ruined
it's
portal.
looking awkward, Curry. I mean, I don't know if I've seen a single lava pool. So this could get really dicey here. So many places to go on a village seed. Not sure what our resources are in the blacksmith itself, but we should be able to get plenty of food. Like you're saying, Mongi getting the carrots. You can craft golden carrots in the nether.
Could
but
be
I
an
think
obby blacksmith. Like maybe there's like
It could
8
be an
or
obby
10
blacksmith.
obby in the chest or something. But we'll see what it looks like for these runners. A couple grabbing hay. A couple probably going to kill the golem. We could see Silver doing that right now. A couple people doing it towards the tree in the middle. But yeah, the no lava pool here is going to be very interesting. And it looks like Monkey's going to be the person closest to the ruin portal. We'll see if the runners actually do decide to go for that.
I think I really like Mongi's line here. You know, we're seeing him get several beds along with Infume. Mongi and Infume, 2 of those players who are very well known for their decision making. So presumably that's the correct way to go for a lava pool. Infume now checking the ruin portal.
Diamond pickaxe. So
And
that's
that
going
is
to be able to do it.
interesting. A smite sword, but a golden apple. Not enough obby. I mean, maybe
I would just mine 2 obsidian here, I think. You
You got to
just
mine the
2
crying
obsidian. Oh, yeah, you have
and
to mine
2
the crying.
obsidian.
So 30
So that's
seconds.
going to be 30 seconds. But it guarantees you an enter. And even as in spectator, we hadn't seen a single lava pool. So I think this might be a really good play for Infume, especially if there's no lava pool here on Dugal's screen. There is, though.
Wow,
so this is going to pay off
that is
really well for him.
Hard to find. Parker, something we talk about a lot when we commentate is hesitation.
Yeah.
Even if it's not the right play, sometimes just making a decision instead of thinking about it for 10 seconds can be really good. Is this play for Infume better than finding the lava pool for Dugal? No. But Dugal's the only person that found this. So Infume committing to this so early allows him to still enter the nether pretty quickly. Silver looks like heard a lava pool. And these runners, I mean, I really love this decision from Infume because it's a consistent play, and we've talked so much today about how consistency matters.
He also gets an extra gold block. So if he got carrots, that's insta golden carrots.
Whoa,
Dugal,
whoa.
Oh my goodness, playing Tarzan, climbing up in the trees. It's taking a little bit of damage, but it's probably not going to matter. We have 18 bread, should be totally fine. It's another treasure bastion.
But we see the fort.
And we see the fort.
That is huge for these runners. No Glowdar here, no big RNG check really with anything going the right direction if Glowdar doesn't work or anything like that. So having that fortress, these runners are going to be really relieved to see that. And the nerves of just trying to do this little bridging. We don't want to fall in lava. We don't want to have what happened to Mungie happen to anyone else. And it looks like Infume is probably going to get up here first. Really nice. I mean, look at this mechanics from Dugal. Really clean.
Yeah, you love to see the clean movement here, wall running on the side of this treasure.
And look at that
And
chest.
that's an insane amount of obby. I don't know if Infume... No, Infume bridged above that chest, so he's not going to get it. And even though we have a diamond pick, if you don't get 20 obsidian, he's going to have to mine even more obsidian later in the seed.
What you can see too, people will recognize if you have advancements on. Dugal got in, like, those were the days, the Bastion entering advancement, and then got War Pigs right after, which for Treasure Bastion is not common at all, because normally you're not grabbing the chest until the end. So runners with advancements on will know that Dugal grabbed that side chest. We call it the Pearl chest, and it's just great. It's great for every runner who has advancements on because you're able to metagame that and get 6 obsidian.
Right. And a player like Feinberg, who's doing really well in this tournament already, I know he's going to be looking for those advancements. You know, as people get faster and more consistent and have a similar play style, reading those advancements is starting to become a much more important decision factor in these games.
Any little advantage that you can get is crucial when you're playing against runners of this caliber. Absolutely. Dugal, or Infume, excuse me, going to craft some bread up, going to craft an iron axe as well. These runners are all at about the same point. It's a pretty linear seed so far, besides a little bit of weirdness on the enter. Like, everything from that will be pretty consistent here. So really going to see mechanics play a big factor here, and the decision making is going to maybe take a backseat with how linear this nether is.
Yeah, especially with treasure. You know, I know a lot of people practice those treasure routes trying to get even just the tiniest micro down. What blocks do you mine? When are you looting your chests? Looks like we do have some obsidian in this top chest, so I think we're probably going to be fine on obsidian, even if we don't get that
I think Infume's fully out, by the way. Looks like he's going to be the first person to leave here. A great pearl from Infume. Wow. One block of room there. Does a really good job overlapping some crafts as well. Has a bunch of blocks to do some head hitters through this fortress. Looking for any small spike to find the spawner. There it is. Infume in a great spot right now. Someone who we all know, one of the best players in the world, has that top level speed, the top level ability. A little bit lower on the leaderboard than maybe he'd like right now, but this is a huge chance for him to get to that top of the pack.
Yeah, especially because he's kind of one of those players on the chalking block. So if he can get a first here, that's really going to secure him and make him feel a lot more comfortable. So Dude gets 3 strays here before going to the spawner, which is just going to be up to the left here. A lot of these players now in the fortress. Skycrab going to be at the spawner in just a second after getting these strays, though. I mean, he's already at 2 rods, so that's going to come in handy.
Yeah, Skycrab getting a couple more. That's really nice. Infume, I don't believe, got any. Dugal got a couple, so that could be something we watch out for in Blaze cycles here. We're going to watch HDMI here on our bottom screen as well, making sure, are we going to get this Blaze bit off before the next spawn cycle happens? And he is. He did blow up that one Blaze with the bed, but he did hit it beforehand, so he'll still get the kill credit for it, which is a really smart play from HDMI, and does get the Blaze beds off before the next spawn cycle.
Oh, goodness.
We're okay.
We're fine. We have bread. I mean, not a crazy amount.
No.
But he did kill the Blaze. It didn't drop him lava or anything. Managing that well.
And Skycrab's going to be the first person to blind here. Has a golden apple as well from the Ruined Portal. Nice measurement. Get off there. And we're going to see, actually going to have to throw 2 eyes. There it is. Should be fine. We don't see the distance on his screen, but is going to be able to grab these 2 eyes here,
Maybe?
hopefully.
Oh,
I love that pearl play.
That was cool.
That was amazing to get both. And it looks like Dugal's on 5 rods right now. I believe Skycrab is also on 5. So Skycrab going to overlap the pre-crash. Skycrab on 5 rods without blaze betting, Parker.
That's pretty impressive. Managing those strays really well. I think he went to 2 different spawners. Duke is just at the first one. I think Skycrab hitting up both of those. So maybe getting a better advantage. I think the terrain is better at the second spawner as well. Looks like we have 4, 5 bed, 2 anchor, so should be able to hit basically any 0 here. We have food, and Skycrab should be out soon. Looks like he's purling. Yeah, Skycrab is fully out now. Duke probably not too far behind.
Oh, a little
Infume
scare on
also
the
entering the nether.
It's going to be good. Skycrab ahead here by a good bit. Remember, tied with Feinberg for first place right now, has a bunch of gold picks as well, playing really aggressive on these pearl throws, but is playing well right now. Not really in danger now that we're in this 1x1 digging, and it seems like it's a pretty far stronghold, Parker. Skycrab's been going for a while here. Dugal taking a little bit different terrain. We'll see if this pays off for him. And Infume took definitely different terrain, building the portal now, and is going to be the first person in the stronghold. Skycrab still going. So whatever Infume found was phenomenal.
Yeah, and he needs this. That's a clean spike. Down, checking down the spiral staircase. No light sources yet. If it's not here, this could get weird.
Hears it,
backtrack,
though.
and he hears it.
Really nice. Not going to go for a hunger reset, which could be... Oh, no, has the golden apple, so we're actually totally fine. Going to be able to get the regen and the absorption here on the end enter with the eat through the portal. As we mentioned, a lot of explosives. It's a very easy tower here. Should be able to easily get to 95. It's front. Everything is very comfortable for Infume here. And it looks like Infume is going to be getting a first place completion here, his first of the day.
Yeah, that's got to feel good. Maybe just took him a little bit to warm up to this tournament. For her sped, looks good. We have the crossbow. That's really good damage, and this is going to finish off for a 3 rotation 0.
Really nice from Infume. Gotta be feeling good there. You see the head nods.
And that's a fast seed. Sub 9, Curry.
Absolutely.
Oh, he
Looking
even
at
angered an Enderman.
It's all
Staring
good.
that down, showing him who's boss,
Whoa.
even shooting him, keeping it at bay, getting the portal, Infume. Infume? Infume?
There we go.
Okay. He knows what he's doing. He knows that timing really well. Very good completion from Infume there. Sub 9, 840. Lots of our players now sort of in the stronghold.
I'm really curious what happened to Skycrab because we had him before. Ankle Boy, Zeroing needs this so bad.
This would be amazing for Anko if he pulls this off. Doesn't have another bed, but he does have 3 anchors. So it's not going to be the fastest 0, but that does kill it. And that's probably going to get him a 2nd place finish. No, 3rd place. So Duke finishes in 2nd place with a 9-12. Anko.
Oh, but Feinberg, look at Feinberg also killed the dragon. I believe Anko got it off first, but we'll see here. I actually don't know. No, it is going to be Feinberg. So Anko's going to get 4th here. HDMI killing the dragon now. We'll see what ends up happening here.
Beautiful. So we're seeing a lot of these players finish. Looks like HDMI.
Aquacord
gonna get. Oh, wow.
Pavkin here wants to keep getting points, stay in the middle of that pack, even though, we're obviously not gaining on Infume here, who was, I believe, right above Pavkin, but going to still get some points on the board. Skycrab ended up getting 6 there, so ahead for most of that seed. Curious what could have happened. HDMI getting 7. Is Pavkin going to get the 8th completion here? We'll have to take a look. Very nice first bed.
Yeah, maybe a little bit low
arrows?
to do a double anchor. Oh, I mean, this is a little bit scuffed, but I think he's going to get it off here. Even shoots the dragon. That's low. That's low.
We're good, though.
Make sure to go on the side of the pillar so it doesn't get hit by the dragon. And that'll be our last completion. Even though Budgie's going for the 0, probably just not going to matter.
No, it's not going to matter there. Pavkin's going to get another point on the board. Every point matters. We mentioned it earlier. Not only is it a point for you... Not only is it a point for Pavkin, it's also stopping Mungie and Budgie from getting points. So that's really important, and you want to keep doing that if you're Pavkin.
Yeah, Mungie is going to be in a dangerous position now here. I think he was in 5th place, so he's kind of on that board.
I think that was back-to-back 0-point seeds for Mungie, and that, started off really strong, was right towards the top of the pack, and it's, it's a tough format. These things have ebbs and flows. I'm sure your experience, you've had a couple seeds go good, a couple seeds go bad. It's about how you can manage that and try and keep, as consistent as you possibly can.
Yeah, it was really nice to see Infume played really well in that last seed. I feel like he's been one of the favorites of this tournament, and so it's cool to see him kind of securing that first place in one of these seeds here. Maybe he's just warming up, kind of going to show us what he's here for.
There's a little hoodie. I always like when the players dress exactly like their skin. Like, this is just Infume. Like, it's just the hoodie. I mean, do you want to talk about someone that looks dialed in right now?
He does look dialed. Camera on him, doesn't matter. He's locked in. We have the headphones and some, like, earbuds. These players aren't going to be hearing much besides their game, allowing them to really focus up.
Infume's also definitely the type of person, like knowing him, a good friend of both of ours,
where
he's probably like, okay, if the camera's on me, what am I going to do? Hi, Feinberg!
Feinberg celebrating with the crowd. He's been doing really well today. Aquacord really been proving himself, especially these past couple months, playing really well in RSG. So many cool players here.
Yes, it's really cool. I mean, Pavkin, of course, as well. A new player to the ranked streams, been great to see. Anko bouncing back on that
doing
last seed,
yeah.
getting some points. That's really good to see. Silver locked in. Hi.
The clutch master of today.
Gonna do everything he can. Stay in the board. HDMI has had a great showing so far. And of course, Budgie as well, trying to get into that mix here, into the top 8, top 7, excuse me.
I just can't get over it, Curry. It's so cool seeing everybody here in person. Like, it's honestly inspiring. I always love seeing the best players in the world using their keyboard and mouse, and you can see them. And sometimes I think to myself, why can't I move my mouse like that? You know, there's not a great reason why I couldn't get to this level. And I think that's what's so cool about this tournament.
Yeah,
it's totally open. It's such a cool community. And like some of these players have gotten really good in just the past couple of seasons.
I was going to say, like, even with, as we take a look at the leaderboard now, I mean, Feinberg's still top of the game
kind of dominating.
Dugile, Skycrab. I mean, this leaderboard is starting to kind of look like what you might expect. Like, we're seeing Dugile, Skycrab, Infume getting some points there to stay at the top, and looking like a little bit of a divide there. 5 points between HDMI and Mungie. Something to watch out for there. And again, 7 points between Pavkin and the rest of the group down there. So going to be really curious to see how that ends up panning out. But I mean, to your point, I mean, Minecraft speedrunning compared to other esports, other games, other sports in general, still very, very new. So we see people all the time who have played for like a year and get to that level of getting into that, to the top echelon. And it's really cool to see so many people continue to improve, get better. There's always going to be things to improve upon and learn in this game, even for people like, Silver, myself, Feinberg, who have been in the community for so long. There's always something new, even when you least expect it.
I totally agree. I was asking Silver, like, what is he learning recently? He listed off 3 things that he's changing about his gameplay.
Top left boat.
Yeah, top left boat. Top left boat. Some treasure TNT. It's really cool to see. I love this little graphic here. It looks like HDMI, Big Mongi, and Pavkin. Those are the players I'm sort of looking at. They're like fighting for that last little spot. Who's going to fall into that bottom 4? Who's going to stay on top? We only got a couple seats left, Curry.
I mean, it really is. Like, we do only have 4 more seeds remaining. So you really want to do everything you can. These seeds start to matter a little bit more and more, especially if you aren't able to lock in as much as you wanted to in the first 6. So that is going to be something to really keep an eye on. You're absolutely right. That HDMI, Mungie, Pavkin group, one of them realistically is probably going to be going home unless someone tumbles from the top there.
Yeah, which is a possibility. Absolutely. I mean, there's potential for swing here. And we saw Anko do really well in that last seed. Maybe he's going to shoot back into the back. Maybe he takes the first place. That's kind of what you need if you're in this bottom 3, but really hard. So
it is really difficult. We're going to see here. We haven't seen a shipwreck seed yet. Is this the shipwreck seed, or is it going to be buried treasure? We're going to take a look here. Looks like the runners are going. It is going to be the first shipwreck seed of the day. A little bit awkward. None of the ship is buried where it would be a problem. So we could see that that shipwreck chest is totally fine. Good bit of iron, some gold as well for distraction will be really nice. Don't know if it was enough for shears, but we'll see. Then the food situation, really bad, Parker. That is not what you want to see.
I mean, maybe you get like a suspicious stew with some good effect or something, but just going to be a little bit awkward. We do have the ravine right next to the ship, and it looks real. So this is going to be a very linear shipwreck seed. Not many decisions to make here. Everybody's probably going to be very the same. And a mechanical player like Dugile kind of just making his way ahead of the pack here. Wow. Like so far ahead, going to be mining this gravel. Looks like he didn't even have to mine that many. And he's going to be entering the nether relatively fast. I mean, nobody's even like in the ravine.
No, it's in the screen. Yeah, the Dugile is absolutely a monster mechanically. Just one of the best players we have to offer for sure. It'd be really cool to see what he does potentially on the sea. Has played great so far today. Pavkin not too far behind. Pavkin has played phenomenally in these overworlds. It's really been continuing that into the end games. It's been maybe a bit more of a struggle today, but has the chance again to really get a lot of points depending on what the rest of the seed looks like. But everyone else starting pretty much all in the nether here. Monkey going to be the last one, just barely. See the fort on Skycrab's screen. So these runners are probably going to see that as they're heading towards the bastion here. Terrain's a little bit awkward. And I believe, Parker, is this our first bridge bastion of the day?
I think this is the first bridge bastion of the day. And we got a lava ravine fortress, so you're going to get good spawns. Looks like Duke is already in the bastion. Skycrab at the chests, though. There's potential for...
And Pavkin's doing, yeah, I believe Pavkin is doing a chest-breaking route and bridge. I mean, there's so many piglins here. We punch another one, and it's going to be a little bit awkward. We have to break a block.
Goodness.
We do get it. We toggle the difficulty. We have everything we need to do, and really nice job from Pavkin.
Yeah, this is one of the newer routes in the community, bringing your pigs to the chalice. Looks like Duke decided not to do it. It's a bit of a riskier route. Looks like Skycrab is dead. Maybe he went for the route and didn't do it correctly. You know, it's a very
Budgie also going for it, taking so much damage already. Half a heart, has to block the piglins off. But again, this food was so bad, Parker. Like, I don't know what you do if you're Budgie now. Like, you kind of broke the chest. Your piglins are kind of awkward. Like, maybe you can commit to it, but you're doing it on such low health. And there's a random pig and a hoglin. Oh my gosh, is Budgie gonna be dead by the time we get out of this transition? I don't know. I don't know.
We may never know. I mean, another nice thing about this route that Pavkin is doing here is you can kill the hogs while you're waiting for your trade.
This is amazing.
And so we've already got obsidian from the first couple of chests. So Pavkin is literally just waiting for his trades here now. It's a very powerful route if done correctly, but it's also a very risky route.
And if you're one of the people watching who maybe you're more familiar with the traditional playoff players like a Skycrab or a Feinberger or a Silver or whatever, Pavkin is known in the community as like the bastion guy right now. Like, he's so many really cool routes, so much cool tech coming from Pavkin, and it's really cool to see this route specifically, which I don't know if Pavkin develop this route himself, but
he's definitely innovated on it and definitely helped the route develop.
Going to be the person we're watching today who's also the most able to do this route. You know what I mean? Like, has the ability to do it and pull it out and did a phenomenal job.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised Duke didn't go for it. It's not going to be super punishing leaving the Bastion, so Duke is going to be out basically the same time as Pavkin, so maybe didn't save as much time as he was hoping for, but we got a good amount of strays here, Curry.
Yeah, I mean, still in the Fortress 10 seconds before Dugal, and Dugal, I believe, was in the Bastion first.
Oh, you're right.
First, so I mean, this is really nice from Pavkin. A lot of strays here as well.
Wow.
Really curious to see how many you go for here versus going for the spawner. It looks like Pavkin's going to commit pretty heavily to the strays. I mean, at this point, Pavkin is, like, if it stopped right now, Pavkin would be eliminated. So you want to probably play a little bit more aggressively towards these strays compared to Dugal, who is going to play the spawner.
Yeah, it's just a little bit unfortunate. Not many of these blazes are dropping. We still have 4 more, so if they all drop, it'll be fine. But that one doesn't, so he's going to probably have to go to a spawner at some point. And it was on hard mode, so toggles off of that is totally fine.
4 rods, which is pretty good, but we have to probably find a spawner.
Yeah, and he doesn't know where it is. So this is looking better and better for Duke as the rates are just not very good at this fortress.
Oh my gosh, a lot of skeletons. Really awkward. Still looking for the spawner, but not having anything, and that is going to be very helpful for Pavkin to kind of maneuver around this. 2 more strays here, and it looks like Parker, he's going to fully commit to strays. Lowering render once again.
Yeah, there is a spawner, so if these ones both don't drop, he should be fine here. It's just, the rates are so bad, Curry. He needs 1 more. He has to deal with so many mobs here. There's a skeleton, there's 3 more wither skeletons off to the side here. Dude, boat clutching has fallen off. I mean,
just needs 1 more rod.
Surely, drop. No, still just not dropping. These rates are so bad.
That's okay, because now we get the 6. Even if that didn't drop, like, Pavkin still has to pre-craft, build the portal, etc. So, still going to be okay. Dugal blinded now. I'm unsure if Duke's on 5 or 6 rods. Looks like 5 as he opened his inventory there. We'll see how far the stronghold is. Nice measurement from Duke. No injury bot on either of these runners' screens over there. Oh, on Pavkin. So, we'll see how far it is for Pavkin here on the measurement. About 1,000 blocks. Relatively normal. So we'll see what this looks like. Infume also blinding. Feinberg not too far behind either with 5 rods. Dugal still needing that 1 more blaze while Pavkin is going to be able to leave, but not pre-crafted yet. Getting that through now. Really like the stick craft as well. Going to be able to make gold pickaxes on top of the explosives. 6 explosives there. Has some gold pickaxes. Looks good. No food compared to Dugal's 13 flesh, but oh no, we actually do have flesh. There it is, but we're probably going to still hunger reset. And looks like we're probably close to quartz here for Pavkin.
Yeah, having the gold picks is really nice.
Wow.
Such a clean
Oh my
portal.
gosh.
That's maybe the cleanest netherrack portal build I've ever seen. So Duke also building his portal now. Infume at cords here. Let's see, does Pavkin like the spike here? Looks like he's committing to it. Has a Wither Skull in the inventory. And here
Great
it is.
nab.
This is huge for Pavkin. He's one of those players on the chopping block. Let's see what the zero's like, though. We have a good amount of explosives, I think. We have the gold pick.
6 explosives and a gold pickaxe.
It's open.
And what does the dragon do here? We haven't seen a lot of 1 and 8 zeros. This is a back dragon on a tall tower.
It's tall.
It's 103, so it's going to be a side setup. Very comfortable here. We're going to just stay at 94. This is a very comfortable zero for these runners. Still plenty of time. Still good. This is totally fine.
Yeah, I think he has 7 explosives. You can
Dugo also here. So I believe Pavkin is ahead enough where, unless it's really sloppy, should always finish before Dugile.
It flies, Curry! It flies!
Oh my god.
Flies
It
for
flies for
Pavkin.
Dugile as well.
And
Unbelievable.
oh my goodness. So he wasted 2, maybe 3 explosives. I think he still has enough to one cycle. Dugile presumably as well. But this is going to
Wow.
be... I mean, that's weird.
That's incredibly
after
rare.
Like the second rotation. So
Incredibly
maybe
rare.
if you play for less aggressive damage, you can hit the zero?
You can go for
Let's watch
99
Infume here.
universal side setup, but these runners are not really going to know to do that. I mean, it's just something you would never really do. Like, it's just
so rare to fly on this setup.
yeah, especially in ranked. Like, it's just not something common. I mean, maybe we'll see something where like maybe one of these runners is able to keep the dragon up slightly higher, but I believe it's going to fly here, and there it does. So we're going to see all these runners have the same thing go off. Now, Infume notably did quite a lot of damage to the dragon. Maybe able to do some type of chase down here, but really hard with the height.
Yeah, he also placed an anchor, so he's down 1 more explosive. I'm not sure his explosive count. It could get really nasty here for Infume, because he's not going to be able to pull off this chase down, I don't think. The dragon just has too much health. Pavkin just waiting for a perch. Duke just waiting for a perch. Feinberg waiting for a perch, and is that it for Feinberg?
I believe it might be. It's a little bit far, but that's not going to be it.
It's trolling us. No, it's not. And so first place is still up for grabs. Somebody like Pavkin, you really want this. You need to get back in the running here. He's one of those players on the chopping block. Still just waiting.
And there's a perch for Dugile. Wow. He'll be the first person to get a perch here. Good damage. Again, unsure on the full explosives, but looks like we're going to be fine here. Another anchor just in case, and it's going to be enough. Dugile's going to get first. Pavkin going for second here. This is a low dragon, but it's going to be good. Not amazing damage. This is not amazing damage.
Oh, is that going to kill?
No, but we have enough
he has to use the sword.
to axe, which is okay. Infume, meanwhile, had arrows, so he's going to be able to finish the dragon off with arrows.
Beautiful.
And the perch is going to come through. So Pavkin getting second, Infume going to get third here.
But Infume's out of arrows! Infume ran out of arrows, but it perched!
Yeah.
And he's fine! So Infume gets third place. Pavkin, that's so good for Pavkin.
That's amazing for Pavkin.
Good for Infume as well, too. He was kind of in that lower ranks.
Infume has really started to climb up here from that bottom of the pack to get back into this top 3 potential as well. Unbelievable. I mean, there's so many people who still need to complete the seed. Anko could get some good points on the board. Feinberg's still waiting for a perch. Silva really wants to get something here. So this is going to be really awkward for these runners.
Yeah, Mongi also waiting. I mean, so many people so close here. Is this a perch for Anko? No, not quite. I mean, Feinberg's been in the end for a while here now.
I think Feinberg is going to get the next perch. It is a little bit more standardized now that it is Season 11 rules, so we'll see what that looks like. It's actually going to be Mungi getting the perch next. So we didn't have Mungi on our screen. Maybe Mungi was in for a little bit longer, but Mungi's going to be really happy to get these points on the board because, again, that HDMI Pavkin Mungi group is a little bit scary right now. Here's the perch for Silver, perch for Feinberg as well. Anko's still waiting, unfortunately. But Silver's one cycle looks good. And that's going to be enough
Beautiful.
there.
So 4th for Mongi, 5th for Silver.
And 6th for Feinberg. So we have 2 placements left. Aquacord also in the end. The perch for Anko comes through for 7th place potentially. Really nice save there. Should have enough. This will be enough with an axe. So that is totally fine. And then, yeah, we'll see what ends up happening here. But a really nice job. I mean, an awkward end, but a very interesting seed throughout.
And then it looks like Aquacord also waiting for the perch. Didn't Silver finish?
This is Skycrab.
So this is Skycrab's preview. Okay.
And it's not going to matter
But
because
Duke gets
HDMI is actually going to get 8th place there. Wow. And that 1 point could really matter with how those, 7th, 8th slots are kind of looking. So I'm really curious to see what the leaderboard is going to look like when we have the time to pull it up. But I mean, the story of that was the route from Pavkin was phenomenal.
Yes. Yeah, that was so clean for Pavkin. That's got to feel really good. Love to see him, especially if it's one of the newer players. Absolutely. That whole round felt like kind of a shake-up round.
Yeah, it really did. I mean, Pavkin did such a good job there to get a bunch of points on the board. I mean, as well, Dukal doing so well to kind of push himself up there. And we can see, again, that group, Mungi, I believe that's 3 seeds in a row now. It was really unfortunate to see Pavkin, I think for the first time really since we've been looking at this, pulling ahead here. But Dugile, 36 points on the board. It's got to be amazing.
Yeah, this is so awesome to see. You know, Skycrab's still at the top of the pack there. Aquacord next to him. HDMI Cable still just cruising off the early points that he got.
Look at this. A little bit of an update here.
It's a tie. It's a tie for Mungi and Pavkin.
Wait a
fighting
minute.
For that last slot.
I was going to say, I thought Mungi completed. That makes a little bit more sense here. BBM on the tie. I didn't see that BBM was on the tie.
Oh my goodness. What a character.
I love it. Absolutely love it. Pavkin again. Great job on that last seed.
So yeah, going into our last, 3 seeds? It's kind of a battle between these two players. HDMI Cable's very close in that sense. Silver, Budgie, Anko, they kind of need like a first place finish 2 or 3 times in a row.
Absolutely. I mean, and again, remember those top 3 get to also potentially pick their opponent, which is something to keep watching out for. Really, the top 2 of this will get to pick their opponent, but it's still going to be cool to see who's going to be those top seeds. HDMI did so good in those first 5 seeds. Going to try and get some more momentum. See him on the screen now to go into those last 3 seeds. Make sure he stays in that top 7.
Yeah, it's a beautiful tournament so far, and this is sort of where you make a name for yourself. Can you climb up? Where are you gonna finish? How well are you gonna do? Are we gonna see any more clutch moments? I mean, I'm all here for it. This is so fun to watch.
It's been wild so far, and again, that dragonfly. I mean, to get a little bit technical for a second, that to fly after already like some beds and like 2 rotations of beds is incredibly rare because you're not worrying about like a specific block height. Like we're talking about like pixels, basically. It is so rare for something like that to happen. And these runners, I mean, even for runners who play as much as them. So having that happen here, really wild to see, but they all handled it very well.
They really did. We didn't see very many deaths here. We got some cool signs there from the crowd, but we are in our seat and it looks like another village. I saw the lava pool off to the right instantly.
Yeah, there's the, not Desert Temple, the blacksmith on the other side of the village, a little bit far from the lava pool, but all these runners taking the same path pretty much, headed on over. Oh, just kidding. There's 5 or so people, 4 looks like, getting to the top part here. And again, it's maybe just a little bit of like eyeball RNG right off the top.
Right.
Like, you're just not seeing those stone slabs or something. Very unfortunate, but most of the runners finding their way here now. We're going to see what is actually in this blacksmith chest. Oh
my goodness.
That's enough. That's 11.
So you can beeline to a river to get your flint and steel to enter the nether.
Yes.
You don't have to find a lava pool. That's the big thing about this seed. And it's maybe going to benefit somebody that instantly ran there like Mongi more. We have so much hay
They
here.
do have to still kill the golem. I mean, something that I want to ask you, like, you saw the lava pool, right? Like, if you, let's say you were playing this seed, you saw the lava pool, you go to the blacksmith, you get 11 obby. Are you ever going to the lava pool and not using the 11 obby, or when you get that obby into the chest, are you always kind of using it for the pool?
I think you should always just use the
Look at
obby,
HDMI, by the way.
That's so interesting.
So Mungi wood lighting as well. Mungi and HDMI both wood lighting.
And it's clearly paying off. He's using the grindstone as a block.
Just
this
never
is the
before seen.
creativity
Yeah.
that Mongi has. I would love to see him place well in one of these seeds here. Looks like Invium built his portal, got the flint and steel. Looks like a lot of people like Feinberg are going to be following. But Mongi kind of just commandingly in the lead here, starting his route as barely anybody's in the nether.
No, amazing job from Mungi, and HDMI just getting a little bit unlucky on this wood light here, taking a little bit longer. I think Mungi had potentially a better setup, but I don't think HDMI's is that terrible. Mungi's still getting up here now, going to start the route, has the gold block to throw, doing a really nice job handling this situation on, going to have to maybe get more wood later, only down to 15 wood, which is enough, but starts to get a little dicey. Definitely want to have a bit more for comfort, but a lot of these runners getting here now. And Parker, it's another treasure. I haven't seen a fortress. It's going to be interesting to see what these runners decide to do.
Yeah, I haven't either. And like once you get the gold in the hole, that's about when you start raising and lowering your render for Glodar. So we'll see if players like Pavkin, who's been doing that.
Yeah,
we'll
Silver's doing it. I can see Silver doing it now.
Beautiful. And Glodar is such a powerful strat. You know, there's a lot of skill in when to like raise and lower your render and how to read the numbers. It's a very cool strat that's been developing. But I think somebody like Mongi, a lot more used to just scanning the top, but if he doesn't see it, like he's spending a lot of time here, Curry, and I'm not sure if he saw the fortress.
No, I'm not sure either. I mean, has really been trying to look. I really like this from Mongi because it is like, not only like, there's a big difference between knowing the direction you need to go and seeing the structure. Because you can plan out the terrain that you're going to take so much more. So I like that Mongi's really pushing for that, but it's unfortunate if it just doesn't pay off.
So we get Obby from both of these chests here. So that's going to be nice. We're not going to have to worry about that. I don't know what direction Mongi is going to go, though. Looks like Silver spending a lot of time here setting up his pie chart, maybe not getting the numbers that he needs. Very hard to read on such a small screen. Pavkin now checking the chests. I mean, we're good on resources. We have plenty of explosives. We have Obby, we have Fire Res, we have Pearls. The storyline really is just where's the fortress and how are we getting to it? No player has left the Bastion yet. Mongi waiting for one more trade, potentially. And let's see where Mongi leaves.
Mongi could leave here. Is going to be leaving. Has everything that he wants. No fortress, though. There it is on the right. Nice job to spot that. And we can see a huge difference here. I mean, Pavkin going to break the spawner.
Yeah, his second time breaking the spawner today. We'll see if Silver does it as well. Maybe just messing up that Glodar. I mean, this could get weird. Mongi doesn't have food. I think because he entered so fast, he kind of sacrificed
on the spawner. This is a little bit scary for Mongi. He could get meleeed. It's going to be okay. But this is, I mean, we talked about it. Mongi right on that border with Pavkin and HDMI still. Like, getting a first place here would be generational for Mongi.
It really would. And this is just so scary. So the Blaze spawner guarantees spawns a Blaze when you first show up to it. And for the next 10 seconds, you're guaranteed no spawn. But after that, it's kind of just up in the air. So Mongi's waiting for another spawn so that he can safely kill Blazes and doesn't get spawned on and die. But he only has 10 seconds to kill and get a rod.
It's a little bit scary because you don't, like, you don't know. I mean, the Blaze spawn cycles, I believe, are 10 seconds to 40 seconds. So, I mean, it could just happen at 10. It's really scary there. And also, when you're doing this, Parker, you're losing out on a Blaze-bedded spawner. So it's really, it's kind of it's definitely a decision. Like, I don't think Mongi's making a poor decision here, but you're kind of weighing two different risks.
100%. And it's all just because he entered the Nether so fast, you know? And so he has the lead and he's losing it a little bit, but we'll see what the stronghold is. If it's a far stronghold, then it might be even more punishing. Can't see the measurement just yet. But a lot of people are now just very comfortably at the spawner, and Mongi just needs more resources. So it's just kind of an awkward endgame for him here.
Yeah, it's going to be a little bit weird. I mean, having to grab the wood, we mentioned it earlier, just not having that much already from pushing a really aggressive overworld. And still, we still have not Blaze Bed at the spawner that basically everyone else has. HDMI building the portal now, going to be blinding, has at least 3 rods. So kind of the rod count is the thing to watch out for here to see what runners are ahead. I believe no one really has more than 3 at the moment. Mongi, Anko, Pavkin, and HDMI all have 3 right now.
Yeah, and Mongi also had to throw 2 eyes. HDMI didn't, so saves a little bit of time there. I think we have, I mean, HDMI, it looks like HDMI doesn't have that many explosives.
We're going to see 2 anchor, 2 bed.
That could
another
get
spot like this. Yeah, I mean, Mongi has way more.
Yeah, way more.
But also doesn't have enough wood for 1 more bed, so it's 3 bed, 3 anchor, which is very different from 4 bed, 3 anchor. I mean, it should still be fine for these runners, but depending on the setup, Parker, if it's a more difficult 0, like a universal side setup or something, you got to be very careful about where you're placing your anchors.
Right. Exactly. I'm not sure. Is Anko... So Anko maybe was going for strays for a second, back at the spawner. Mongi pre-crafting even more stuff. I mean, this has just been kind of like Mongi's all over the place at this spawner, doing so many things, trying to maintain the pace. But somebody like Pavkin, who's just been doing a traditional spawner play.
And there it is.
Looks like he's made up time and he's out. So Mongi's out. Pavkin's out. HDMI is in the lava, though.
And these are the 3 runners we're talking about, Parker. This is so crucial for all of them. And after this, there's only 2 more seeds to go. So this seed could matter a lot here. Could come down to Nav or 0. These runners are still pushing. HDMI is going to be the first person to place Obsidian down, building the second portal. We'll be landing in the stronghold here. What does this Nav look like? No immediate great spike, but that looks pretty solid. As soon as he turns the corner there, this looks very, very good Nav. Very simple. Going to be entering the end first. And I mean, is this going to be his 3rd seed win of this LCQ, Parker?
It could be, but remember, Curry, he only has 4
Oh my gosh, I totally forgot. And it's 1 in 8.
You can hit this, but this is hard. This is where legends are made. Will HDMI be able to hit this? 2 bed, 2 anchor, very difficult 0 here. You have to go for such aggressive damage. He's fully prepped out. He's got the glowstone on the bar. You need good damage here. He's double bowing the dragon, but misses, and that might be his entire seed. I don't know if this kills.
No, it's definitely not going to kill.
Wait a second, no, it
Wow!
Oh my goodness!
I cannot believe that kill. There was no...
The 2 anchors, it's because it was 2 anchors.
Yeah.
If it was 2 beds, that would not have killed. And oh my goodness, HDMI cables taking first place on the seed with an insane 0.
I mean, we talked about it earlier. Having the composure to not freak out when your bed is a little bit weird is crazy. And also, Feinberg not too far behind there, still just
Feinberg's
dominating.
always there.
Just
like,
always dominating. So many people zeroing at the same time. A little bit awkward for Silver here. Is going to live, but what are these points going to look like? I think it's going to be Infume, then Mungie, then Silver. Look at Mungie in the bottom right, praying that it's going to be 3rd, and it's not. It's Aquacord by 0.1 second.
Oh
and that matters a lot because HDMI got first. And look at this, 0.1 second
Everybody's
between
finishing
and
now.
Skycrab,
Everybody's finishing now.
Just crazy to see. Anko unfortunately not able to hit the 0. Dugile going for his 0 now. I mean, that is absolutely wild to see.
Wow, I just can't believe the HDMI win there. That was so cinema. Duke finishing now, but is it even enough time? Who else is in the end?
I think it is going to be Duke. Yeah, I think Duke is going to be chilling here to get the 8th place spot because Anko and it might be Pavkin actually in the bottom right. I'm not sure.
I mean, this is going to be close.
It definitely matters more for Pavkin, and it is going to be Pavkin getting 1 extra point, which is going to be nice. I mean, yeah, it might stink for Dugile to not get that point there, but this guy does not need the points that much. He's doing just fine. Pavkin getting that point is going to matter a lot, but HDMI, 3 seed wins now, and that might be enough. I mean, you still got 2 more seeds to go, but that is enough to start feeling a little bit more comfortable that you can really make it to this next stage.
Yeah, I'd love to see the storyline develop. He's playing so well. He's kind of on the come up. An awesome player to watch. And now we can see our full lineup.
Yeah.
I mean, Feinberg is just kind of... He's dominating this.
This Feinberg guy
points.
is really good, and this Dugile guy also really good. Infume has really skyrocketed up. Infume was around like the 8th place spot, around like the 3rd, 4th seed, so doing a really good job there to stay locked in. Aquacord, I feel like we haven't mentioned Aquacord like at all, but just consistently kind of like Feinberg. Feinberg's getting like 2nd, 3rd every time. Aquacord's getting like 4th and 5th every time, and doing a really good job staying locked in. Skycrab's still in that range, and Mungie getting that placement there. 4 points ahead of Pavkin right now. So that is the storyline to really, really watch here. Can Mungie keep that leader? Can Pavkin bring it back?
Yeah, it's awesome to see. Like, it's really going to be a duke out between these two. You know, everybody else, like Feinberg, he basically is qualifying. I don't know if there's any world where he doesn't. Hello, crowd. This has just been such an awesome lineup. I mean, we have such close seeds. I mean, Silver, if he gets, I think he just might be fully out of it. Even if he gets.
Yeah, I mean, I think the bottom 3 people, I mean, but they can definitely play spoiler. They can definitely play spoiler, which is always fun. I mean, you can do some crazy stuff. And also, like, you know, these placements really, really matter. And also, I think the crowd still wants to see them play. I mean, it's so cool to see them on the stage, given everything they have. I mean, that's the thing that stinks. The beauty of competition is that people get to win, but it does stink that people do have to go home, unfortunately.
Yeah. It's the unfortunate thing, you know. Somebody has to lose, but we got somebody that wins, so.
It's going to be crazy. I mean, the storyline I'm watching too, like, Skycrab played really well early on, has maybe, like, is getting completions, but not that much. Like, we're talking about Mungie versus Pavkin, but if Skycrab has a tumble, maybe doesn't complete a seed, Skycrab could easily be right back in the group. And honestly, like, all these people, like 31, 32 points, very close still with 2 seeds to go.
Right. And there he is, getting prepared, ready to lock in on the next one. We'll see what happens. I want to see some more zeros. That was just, that was so beautiful. A 2+2 on 1 and 8 with the 2 anchors?
With the 2 anchors and with the messed up arrow. Like, that was just crazy. It was like a 1+1+2. Like, it was just.
Yeah, you're right.
It wasn't even a 2+2. Like, it's just, it's crazy that HDMI was able to pull that off with this pressure on this stage. So, I mean, I think that's been the storyline so far, but it's going to be crazy to see who ends up getting those top 3 spots to pick their opponent along with Hacks. And it's just been wild to see so far. I mean, these players are really giving it everything they have.
Right, and it does matter if you're scared of hacks. You know, you can guarantee not playing hacks if you just get in the top 3. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're guaranteed not to get picked here.
It's gonna be wild, but also like maybe we talk about this sometimes as well, like the rest versus rust. Like sometimes people from LCQ come in with a lot of momentum, like especially in something like this where Hax has just been chilling, hanging out, obviously warming up, doing whatever, but not getting the maybe stage nerves, tournament nerves out of the way or anything like that. So that is something scary to watch out for as well. Like these players, if you qualified through and Hax picks you, like you might just be feeling like, all right, well, I just qualified through this. I can do anything right now.
Yeah, exactly. If I hit a 0 like that, I'm like, shoot, you want to pick me? I'll hit that 0 on you, bro.
Right? Exactly. Like, oh my gosh, it's been crazy to see. 2 more seats to go, Parker. That's it.
2 more seats to go.
They got to leave everything out here.
A ton. Stuff is coming down to the wire, and we're seeing a lot of closeness here. I'm all here for it.
It's gonna be wild. I think. Oh, we're hopping into the next game here. See what it is. It's another ocean seed. Is it a shipwreck or a buried treasure? It's a shipwreck.
Very reminiscent of the last shipwreck seed that we played. The boat is just upside down this time. We'll see what the loot is. Anko is first one in there.
Looks like lot of iron.
That's very nice. We're going to get shears, going to get blocks. What's our food situation? That's a good
solid
amount of food, too.
Yeah.
17 wheat. We can make 5 bread. And I think there was some rotten flesh there. Also, there is a ravine, so this is going to be a more linear seed. So we might see players like Duke on that last seed that was very linear. Pull ahead here. It's just going to be all about that crafting. There's 2 ravines that you can go for here. We know one of them is real. The other one over here looks good. Camera's just pivoting to it, so they're both real.
Yeah.
But this closer one is probably what everybody's going to be shooting for.
Yeah, normally you want to, if you're ever unsure, you want to try and go off of where your iron source is to find your ravine in these ocean seeds. So I think a lot of them are going to go back towards the original boat. And we see Anko actually going to be the first person to hop on over to that. Infume shortly behind, and the rest of the crowd is starting to go that way. But I believe that's HDMI on the opposite side going to the other ravine. Budgie's still on the island here, really deciding which way to go. But a lot of people heading into the ravine now and should be entering the nether shortly.
Yeah, a very close one. You're not going to get punished going to this other seed. Maybe a little bit more boating, so that could be a little bit weird here. But I mean, all these players very close entering the nether. We'll have to see what the nether looks like. I see a Bastion on Anko's screen. He's our pack leader at the minute, and it looks like it's a stables?
I believe this is a
housing.
Oh, yeah, it is housing. You're
so we have
absolutely
a
right.
housing bastion. I think we have 2 ramparts at the top here, so we're going to be able to check for so much loot. We have 5 obsidian in the first chest, breaking the second chest, so you probably don't even need to loot the remaining chests if it's scary here. But no, is he going to loot all of them?
That was some wild movement by Anko, by the way. That was really, really clean. Punches a piglin as well. I mean, really nicely played from Anko so far. Going to get some gold distraction there. Gets to pick it back up. Really clean from Anko here. Oh, so you need that. But it's okay. We can make
but he can just make another one, so it's fine. It's like a 3-second time loss. So it should be fine for him. Maybe a little bit shaky on the gameplay here. But so many people mining the same gold blocks. I don't think I've seen a fortress yet, but the train looked decent on the way out of the Bastion.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, this is a pretty big thing. I mean, also, was that 30 obsidian for Anko already? Like, that is just
it might be
absurd that they have so much obsidian. Like, obviously going to be, it's 20 already. So obviously going to be completely okay with that. Getting these gold blocks. Now, so they know, we talked about the food earlier. I mean, it's good food, but it's not great food, right? So food management here is still going to matter. There's no carrots for golden carrots. So Anko taking a lot of damage, having to eat the bread now could be something to watch out for through the rest of the seed.
Yeah, you're totally right. Like, you could lose a lot of points just on having the hunger reset versus another player. So we'll see if that comes into play here. We're getting some pearls, a couple trades, the extra iron pickaxe on Anko's screen. We have fire res, a stack of string. We can make an anchor. He should be out. No, probably waiting for another pearl trade. We only have 16. So we got the direction of the fort. It looks like pause Z.
There's our extra pearl trade. We have a bunch of string. Going to be looking really good here. And we're able to take the gold for gold pickaxes later.
Interesting pearl here from Pavkin going out to the left.
I believe Pavkin's actually in the lead now. So Monkey not too far behind as well. And again, these 2 players, the 2 to really watch for here.
Yeah, they're tight. They're tight and doing well on this seed. We haven't seen the fortress
yet. There's a fort for Anko.
Anko does see it. But I think Pavkin is too far to the right. So maybe
and Monkey finds it too. So unfortunate for Pavkin here.
No spawner yet, though. Duke is also in the fort. He's been playing very solidly. Boat clutching, still no spawner. So Anko has found a spawner. No, Skycrab. Skycrab has found a spawner. Anko getting some strays, though, but is falling a little bit behind pace-wise. If it's bad rates, this could be bad.
A little bit awkward here. Skycrab taking a bit of damage. Going to switch to the Rotten Flesh at the spawn. I actually really like this. You want to save your better food for when you're pearling. So I like that since we're not really going to be moving around as much anymore, we're swapping to the Rotten Flesh. Going to take it a little bit easier. Again, a lot of explosives, a lot of obsidian, a lot of blocks. We don't want to craft a loom. Skycrab's looking great here.
Yeah, very clean pre-crafting. So the terrain opened up a little bit off the blaze bed as well. We also have the soul sand in the bottom left. That terrain probably opens up. So even though it looks very close, there's potential for some good terrain decisions here. As Skycrab builds his portal, misplaces it once, but
fire
doesn't matter.
though. It does get rid of it in time. Thing to watch out for again. If you're ever curious who's ahead, watch that rod count. 5 for Mungie, 5 for Skycrab, 4 for Dugile. Anko on half a heart, by the way, with 3 rods only.
Yeah, that's some really aggressive gameplay there. He doesn't even... Oh, he has 3 rods. Okay, so he can blind here, he can hunger reset, play a little bit safer. Let's see what the measurement is from Skycrab. Gets it off. We don't know exactly how far, but he had to throw 2 eyes. And that's an aggressive
That's
pearl.
a really aggressive pearl for the low food.
So maybe it is a close stronghold.
Could be. I mean, also, like, at this point, you probably know that you're going to be hunger resetting because, like, the rotten flesh or anything else is not going to be enough. So I don't hate the play, but it is really aggressive here. But Skycrab, a very aggressive player. The RSG main, I mean, wants to try and push the pace as much as possible. And if you get a first place here, you're really securing yourself potentially to make it to that top 7 in this, you know, LCQ.
Yeah, you're totally right. I mean, there's only 1 seed after this. This seed matters so much. We don't want to see any deaths here. We got Duke digging, Mongi digging, Skycrab digging. Who's going to get to quartz first?
I honestly don't know. It might be Mungie. Mungie always has like the, you know, the Mungie magic. They break at the exact same time. Wow, but Skycrab throwing the pearl, Mungie not. I wonder what the pearl count is from Mungie. Because that would be the other thing I'm kind of watching. Because again, like you kind of know that you're not going to, you're going to need to hunger reset here while they're placing obsidian at the exact same time. How is it even possible? Mungie didn't pearl and Skycrab pearl. Like, how is that possible?
It's the magic Mungie. You know, he just makes up time out of thin air. Looking at these spikes, I'm not loving any of these. Double scanning over here.
Mungie actually
still
might
no
have
good
had
spikes.
Something. Maybe not. No. This is going nowhere.
And this is giving time for Duke to make up. Anko to make up. They're going to be in the stronghold any second. If they get a spike, that Mongi and Skycrab don't.
And Aquacord in the end first.
Wow.
This is huge. I mean, Aquacord's been playing so well, but hasn't had a first place completion. This is really nice here to see Aquacord playing so well here. It's going to be a 94 standing 0 cycle on this back 103 tower. A little bit of dragon lag, but has a ton of explosives, Parker. This is looking really clean for Aquacord. Envy not far behind, though.
Yeah, as long as it doesn't fly like it did last time, which it isn't. This is really good damage from Aquacord.
Woo.
Low dragon, though. This doesn't kill, but this anchor should. So, and that'll be a first place for...
Well, I don't think it will because Infium killed the dragon beforehand. So it might come down to rotation here. Both these players pretty securely, especially after this. Wow, I actually have no idea who finished that first. That is
I
so
don't either. It's
between
too close.
The two. Mungie is looking like a pretty solid.
There's so many people that's low for Mungie.
Does get it low though. Wait,
so
what is the time?
First. No, wait.
Yeah,
Infium
by
first.
A second.
Aquacord second.
Mungie should be third. Skycrab, I think, is going to get 4th. And Pavkin wasn't able to complete the 0, Parker.
Oh, no.
I missed what happened to Pavkin there. That is so unfortunate because Mungie was able to hit it.
Yeah, so that's, I mean, Mungie taking the lead over Pavkin here pretty significantly. Oh my goodness.
Gosh, Skycrab, we're living.
I was so scared. Okay, he has fire res.
We're chill.
Okay, it's fine. It's fine. He had to make sure to explode that right anchor before the left, when typically you do left before right because he didn't have enough hobby. Gets it off.
I don't know if Budgie's going to be able to kill the dragon.
Look
Wow.
At Budgie, look at Budgie! Look at Budgie!
Okay, we hit it.
And he's alive. He's alive. So he's going to get a point or 2 on the board. Duke gets 6.
Yeah. I mean, Budgie's going to get 7th, and I think Anko's getting 8th. I think, and that means Pavkin's getting nothing. I mean, we've talked about it earlier, Parker. Like, if you're not hitting the 0, like, that's everything. Like, that is everything at this high level. And there it is. Anko getting 8th. Wow. Budgie getting 7th. And there's just one more seed until we know the 7 moving on to the bracket. That was a crazy seed. Aquacore, we didn't see too much of that seed. Maybe enter the portal a little bit later, but really good job getting to the portal, hitting the 0, and Infume as well, we didn't see too much of, actually gets first place over Aquacore after the 0.
Yeah, kind of sniping it. Both those players doing really well. Storyline is, what is Pavkin's line to make it into this? Because Mongi got a couple points on him. I think Pavkin needs a point difference of like 5 against Mongi, maybe 8, or I don't even know. It's gonna be so
I think it's gonna be 8. I think it's gonna be 8. We'll see what the leaderboard says, but I think it's gonna be 8 if my math is correctly. But 8's the max it can be, and that's like Pavkin getting first, and it is 8. So
it's doable.
But it's with HMI as well, because HMI didn't finish the seed. So all right. So here's the storyline. Everyone above Mongi has qualified. Yay, go them. They've qualified. HMI Cables finishes the seed at all. HMI Cable qualifies. Yay. Pavkin needs to get first, and HMI Cables needs to get last. And I'm going to be honest with you, I have no idea what the tiebreaker is. Is it like fastest run? I have no idea. So we'll have to figure out what that is.
Yeah.
But, I mean, Feinberg, Infume, and that 3rd place spot, I mean, that matters. You want to get that 3rd place spot, even though you're not technically going to pick because you're going to get the last player remaining. I mean, you still want to have that, there. Like, it's just nice to be in that top 3. So it's going to be cool to see what ends up happening here. But overall, really, really good performance from these runners so far.
Yeah, it's been a phenomenal tournament so far. We've had a lot of cool clutch moments, and this is going to be our last seed. Really going to lock in everything here.
Yes.
Love to see the players getting ready for their final seed. Maybe some of the top players feeling more comfortable, can play a little bit more loose because they know they're already guaranteed to be moving on. Somebody like a Feinberg, Infume, Aquacore. So many points on the board here.
Absolutely. Oh, hi.
Hi.
Hi, Monkey. Yeah, we see you. Hello. And also, important to point out, this last seed will be the last time we're going to see Silver, Mr. Budgie, and Anko. So I want to see them put on a great show here. I want the crowd to be loud for them. It's going to be really awesome to see how they do. And, finish out strong. Everyone, I mean, you want to finish strong. You want to have a cool 0. I mean, Silver's going to be happy. You hit the Pearl. Cool thing. I mean, these runners want to have a moment like that on a stage. So I want to see them have that.
I agree. I think Anko has been doing really well in these later half. We've seen him at the front of the pack, obviously entering the nether first on the last seed, putting up a good performance. So we'll see how it finally pans out, see who gets the final remaining points. And it's going to matter with the seed picks too,
Absolutely. I mean, we'll see what this last seed ends up being. I hope it's Temple. We're Temple farmers.
Enjoyers
we
here.
really do enjoy the Temple. So we'll see what it ends up being here on this last seed. But it's going to be cool. I mean, playing for the nice trophy. It's been a crazy day
cool
so
trophy.
far. It is a really cool trophy.
really
Have you gone up and looked at it up close?
I've gone up and looked at it. I got
really
a picture
nice.
on my phone. It's
And look at this, the AT&T stat tracker here. 904 ranked average for Infume. That is really fast.
I think is it the fastest? No, so Duke has a 903 average. Infume has a 904 average in season 10. Both of these players, I mean, that looks really scary, Curry. I would not want to play Infume. I've played Infume before, and he is really, really fast.
Is that 937 average? Is that just today? Is that just today?
That might just be today.
That's absolutely unreal. And that's a bad day for Infume.
Yeah,
like, come on, lock in. Like, what are we doing?
I mean, to be fair, we've had some really nasty
We actually
seeds.
have, yeah.
We've had some 11-minute finishes, something you don't see often. We've also seen some really interesting decision-making over the day. Like, we saw somebody grow a tree.
That was awesome. That was really cool. The monkey tree was phenomenal. I love seeing stuff like that. I love just seeing the creative plays. Like, I feel like I'm a pretty creative person from what I've done in Minecraft, but like you watch someone like Monkey, you watch someone like, Infume, Skycrab, like these people who, just pull out strategies you've never thought of before. Right. It's so cool to see. And look at that trophy, Parker. So only one person gets to walk away with that.
Only one person. I would want to be that one person. We got some nice gems on it, good colors. And here we are. It is a desert temple for our last day. I mean, this has got to feel good if you're Infume or Feinberg, and they're both at the top. They're kind of known for the Desert Temple seeds.
Absolutely.
So we'll see if they're the pack leaders here.
Unbelievable.
And we get another tornado.
Here. This is the tension. We have no idea what's underneath. Oh, it's chill. It's chill. We're going to see a tiny tornado.
Tiny tornado.
Category 1.
A Category 1 tornado.
They're going to be okay.
We also see 2 lava pools off in the distance. There's water, 3 lava pools. So there's a couple different places that you can go. There's a river.
There's a lava pool right by that sugarcane, I believe, as well. There's also a lava pool right here as well.
I mean, we're seeing so many people go to different trees. We might see a lot of different decisions on this overworld.
I like
Pavkin
where
right next to the river.
Yeah, I like this Pavkin, Budgie, Infume, Silver group here because you have that gravel right there as well. It's the closest one to the river. You can hit another tree on the way to the lava pool. You could overlap blowing up TNT with starting your portal. So there's a lot of things you can do there that can end up being really nice. So I like their positioning the best.
I think I agree with you. It looks like Mongi maybe even going for a Woodlight here. That's a really aggressive play. We have the river really close to it, and if it doesn't light instantly, that's going to be very punishing. I don't know exactly what like an average enter is from it, but Infume now building his portal. He's behind Mongi, but he has that flint and steel.
Does have that flint and steel. We're going to see who's going to enter first here. Monkey's been sitting there for a while, and a couple other runners over here a little bit farther. I believe that's HDMI and Silver. A little bit farther away here, and we're going to spawn on the Bastion. This is a Stables Bastion with a triple in the middle. I believe that's a good gap right underneath these runners, so going to be interesting to see how they're going to start this route. Pavkin
and double triple.
Infume very short. Yeah, it is double triple. So double triple versus going to the gap here, going to be an interesting decision to make. Going to probably depend on the obby that these runners get in these chests. Not that much that I saw there, so going to be curious to see what these runners go for.
Yeah, we also saw the fort in the distance. I'm not sure how many would have seen it instantly, but I think most people. So Infume is playing the triple to gap. And a lot of other players like Feinberg is playing the double triple. So he's going to be out sooner. But if you need the resources, this is looking really good for Infume fans.
This is really interesting. I think double triple here is a really aggressive play. I mean, I guess like if you're Feinberg, like it doesn't really matter. But I actually, no, I'm going to take that back. If I'm Feinberg, I mean, Feinberg normally doesn't care about who he picks because like everyone here is good. He's said that in other ranked playoffs and stuff. Like picking is sometimes a hard decision to make. So maybe Feinberg's actually trying to like sell a little bit. Maybe, I get unlucky and I drop to 4 and I don't have to get a pick. Like maybe something like that. Just something less to worry about.
Yeah.
You never know.
I mean, if there was one person to metagame it like that,
it would be Feinberg.
Probably would be Feinberg.
It would definitely be Feinberg. I mean, we'll see here.
I mean, it's interesting, though, seeing who plays double triple, who plays triple to gap. I feel like every other week there's a new consensus on whether you play double triple or not.
Yeah, it's so difficult. I mean, Anko here, blistering. This is what we talked about. Anko, unfortunately, not going to be able to qualify no matter how good he plays in this seed, but you want to finish strong. And look at this time, by the way. A 3:10 fort enter.
This is fast, and there is a prize for the fastest time.
There is a prize for the fastest time. We haven't talked about it too much. There is a prize for the fastest time, which is very, very cool for these runners. So this is something that Anko knows about.
I mean, that'd be nice to get when you're on your way out of the tournament.
Yeah.
Just saying, we'll see. But it looks like Pavkin did unfortunately die here.
Oh, no.
This is looking really bad for the Pavkin storyline. I think he needed first place. That might not be happening. But we still got some really fast gameplay. Infume still in the Bastion, having to deal with 2 straight picks.
And Feinberg made it out. Feinberg is at the spawner, played double triple and made it.
What's the explosive count, though? We have 56
string, I believe.
56 string, a little bit of glowstone.
Feinberg saw the skeleton and decided, actually, I'm going to go back here.
I think I like that play. I think that's smart in this case. So he's got his Blaze TNT off here. Anko now drinking a Fire Res, finally at a spawner of his own.
Yeah, has a rod now. A little bit unfortunate. Anko kind of got lost in the back rooms there of the fort, but should be okay now. Again, Pavkin, unfortunate. I mean, has played so well to get to this far, pushing people who have played in multiple ranked playoffs, and this is your first time really being on a stage like this, a tournament like this. Has played phenomenally well. So unfortunate death there, but he's played really well today.
Yeah, from a lot of these runners, it's just been a really good tournament to watch. So it looks like Anko gets a 4 spawn here.
Watch Infume very low on health. I mean, one of the players that's going to be most comfortable with playing on low food. I mean, 11 rotten flesh is pretty chill for Infume. Going to be something to watch out for. Anko very low as well. Half a heart.
Oh, goodness.
Is okay. Hanging out.
This is still fast. Like, we're barely at the 5-minute mark.
Yeah, and I think Feinberg's in the lead in our bottom right now. I think so. Has been at the spawner the longest, at least. Anko with 3 rods. Can't exactly see what Feinberg's at the moment, but has some.
So we got some sort of advancement from
Monkey got return to center, yeah.
Return to center, nice.
Very nice. Feinberg just measuring now.
I mean, Monkey's got a lot of resources. I think he needs 1 more rod and then he's out. So Feinberg, even though he's measured, is maybe even a little bit behind. I can't see the count. I think he's on 7 eyes here.
Oh, so still needs some more.
Yeah, Anko on 8. Does this eye break then? if it was 7.
I think Monkey's out. Monkey is going to be leaving here. Gets the last rod. So Monkey, I think, is actually in first. A really nice job playing the spawner, handling the crafts, handling everything you need to do, heading to the stronghold now, and takes really nice terrain. I really like how this took a high pearl, gets the boat down here. Really nice view of where you need to go.
I agree. Mongi has been playing really well the last couple of seeds. You know, maybe a bit shaky early on in the tournament, but in the lead here, no, Aquacord in the stronghold first. Skycrab not too far behind, and there's so many perspectives now.
Very low for Aquacord, though. Hard and a half.
This is the portal room.
In the portal room, and this could be. Oh no, it's not back-to-back ones because again, Infume kind of stole that. Skycrab. Oh no, it's Infume or excuse me, it's still Aquacord entering the end at the same or before anyone else. Did Skycrab need a one-eye? Skycrab looked at the portal room and immediately turned back. But anyway, Aquacord's going for the 0. It's top 103. There's a hard 0. Really nice block placements. Gets there. Should be fine. Had a rotation to spare. Oh my goodness, Aquacord. That is absurd.
Yeah, usually it's really hard to get to that setup, but making it look easy, gets a clean double bed here, has another bed and an anchor. This should kill it on this rotation, but he messes it up a little bit.
Boom.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
And that's going to be a first place.
Wait, look at the time.
Wow, you are right.
This might be our fastest seed of the day. I think we had a 7:23 from Aquacord, and this might beat that. I think.
I mean, let's go, Aquacord.
Yeah,
really nicely done there. That might also vault him into the top 3. I'm actually not sure.
You're right. He was only a handful of points off it, and depending.
And he gets a nice little reaction there, nice little fist bump. I mean, well deserved.
That's a fast time, Kirk.
Oh, look at this. Monkey, unfortunately, not able to hit the 0 cycle. It is a tough one, so has to do a little bit of half bow there. Not seeing anyone else going for the 0 cycle at the moment.
Budgie's in the end.
Oh.
So this could be big points for Budgie.
Feinberg also in the end here.
Could play a little spoiler.
Still not able.
Feinberg didn't hit the 0 either.
No. Gonna see here. A lot of people in the end, actually.
Yeah, was that Duke in the end as well? So Mongi's waiting for his perch, placing down like a bajillion blocks. Feinberg waiting. Duke is in the end. Budgie's in the end. Who's going to get the perch first here? I don't think any of them successfully hit the 0 if we haven't finished yet.
Looks like Infume went for a 94 side setup here. Really nicely done from Infume. Wonder if a lot of people just tried to push 103 and just was unable to get there.
Yeah, I think you're right.
But really nice job from Infume. Feinberg gonna get the perch. And again, the story of Feinberg today has just been consistency, consistency, consistency. Budgie actually gonna get second, so unfortunately not gonna qualify, but at least gets to leave with that.
That's a good showing for your last seed getting second place. So second, Budgie, third, Inhume, fourth, Feinberg.
Absolutely. Nice job from Fine there. That might honestly be Feinberg's lowest placement of the day. Like, has just,
you think so?
I don't know. Like, honestly, like, he's
been
played
going
so well.
Insane mode today.
Unbelievable. Monkey's still waiting on a perch. Dugal getting his perch now. So Dugal gets some more. Oh, whoa. Not a,
Wait,
whoa, hold on a second. We're going for a one-shot here.
Oh my goodness, for the fans.
Thank you, Dugal.
Pay attention. Okay, so the dragon is oriented a little bit differently than it normally would. So this could get a little bit hairy. He might have to build up on the other side. Let's see. So you do 5.
Oh, so that. So Dugal, that's not how we do one shot.
Unfortunate. Usually the dragon's head is on the other side. You won't get hit by that knockback. A little bit unfortunate. Probably doesn't matter for him.
No. Maybe it matters for like the top 3, but again, none of these runners are too worried about that. It's just about qualifying for a lot of them. Really nice damage from Skycrab here. And is going to get some points on the board. Silver getting a nice 0.
Monkey's killed. So is Monkey can get 5th here, then Skycrab 6.
Yeah. Monkey 5. Skycrab 6.
Look at Silver.
And Silver has to do
doing
something.
A chase down.
Well, he did it once before. No Pearl this time.
Oh my goodness, that is so low. There's no way he gets 2 cool chase downs in a row.
I mean, that is so unfortunate with the 2 cages there. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. I mean, you could Pearl over to the cages, and like I feel like that's maybe the play here, but he's opting to go all the way down to the bottom. So that's going to be a little bit slow. HDMI Cables has a shot to get some points on the board here. Anko, looks like Anko died and is on his run back fully. So let's watch the 0 from HDMI Cables. I think he has 5 explosives. If he hits top set, this should be easy.
Wait, we may not be watching anything.
He has no pearls.
We have no pearls at all.
Wait, so
I'm not sure what
Wait, I don't know who's in the lead here.
I think
we
it's
have
Silver.
Pavkin, who hasn't found the portal. HDMI Cables is in the end, but has to wait for a perch. Silver is doing a chase down. Anko has fully recovered, and I think, oh my goodness, needs another
he needed
eye.
a one eye.
So he needs to go back to the fortress.
Yeah.
There's so many different situations going on
I
right
think
now.
a lot of people played for the one eye for the fastest time, maybe, because a
Yeah,
lot
I
of them
think
were
you
like
might be right,
qualified already.
actually.
So I think maybe
Can we
something like
spoil
that.
what that is, or are we waiting?
I don't know.
Is it a prize?
We can wait for the desk to talk about it. I think
They'll
that's
talk
totally
about
fine.
it. It's a cool little prize, though.
And
Looks like
Silver's
Silver
gonna get
does
it.
kill.
Silver is going to get the completion there. And I believe that was the last one we were waiting for. And Parker, with that...
No, we have one more.
Oh, we have one more.
We
Sorry,
still have one
I
more.
can't count
It's
to eight.
okay. It's okay.
Counting 8 is
So
really
we
hard.
have 1 point up for grabs here. Anko's talking to all of us. Oh my goodness,
Love
we
all.
love you too, Anko. It's been a pleasure to watch you play here. These players putting on a show. HDMI Cables growing a vine up to the stratosphere, but he does get our perch here. And barring a disaster, is going to be securing our final point of the...
Anko boy!
Wait. It's not over.
There we go.
It's now over. Okay.
Thank you, HMI. Great
Beautiful.
showing. Great sportsmanship from the runners as well. Always love to see it. And Parker, what an LCQ.
What an LCQ. Everybody give it up for all of our players. That was such a phenomenal match.
GG. Whoa, that was cool.
Oh, what a transition.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, we need more stuff like that.
That was awesome. I mean, wow. There's so many things to talk about. There's so much crazy things that happen from, I mean, like Mungie really doing good in the beginning, falling down, getting back up. I mean, HMI winning 3 seeds, Aquacord finishing really strong. I mean, Parker, what do you want to talk about? What was the craziest thing for you out of all of this?
I really liked, was it Pavkin or HDMI? The 0? That was my favorite part, probably.
Oh.
Going for the clutch 0.
Yeah,
for first
HMI,
place.
HMI, yeah.
That was cinema. I love to see that.
That was a crazy 0. I think I'm going to remember that silver pearl thing for like
That's
ever.
a good one.
That was great. That's going to be one of like, I mean, like Danny Boy, one of our desk analysts, like killed the dragon with an axe in like, I don't know, season 1 or season 2 or something. I play, and it's just one of those things that you always see and we always use in like stuff. That silver clip is going to be one of those things. It was so cool to see something like that happen, and for it to happen in front of a crowd is always just crazy. Not just for the crowd, but also like you get the reactions from everyone, like seeing Silver's camera be like, oh my gosh, like that's crazy. Like seeing the player reactions is something that I absolutely love from all this stuff as well.
I totally agree. It's so cool to see everybody in person here with the face cams. It just adds an extra element of awesomeness, you know?
Absolutely. And seriously, one more time, let's give a big shout out to Pavkin, Budgie, Silver, and Anko. A phenomenal job. Unfortunately, their run ends here, but huge shout out to them for coming out, putting on a show. It's not easy, Parker. It's not easy to come out here. So much pressure, so much eyes on you. And that's, again, like the beauty of competition. Like, you're putting yourself out there. Like, you're risking messing up or looking silly.
Right.
But that's the beauty of competition, and I really respect them for doing that.
Yeah, I totally agree. And we're seeing some cool storylines develop. We're going to see a lot of these players for the remaining couple of days. It's going to be great.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be phenomenal. I can't wait to hear from these runners as well and see, you know, we're going to hear the picks as well.
Right.
It's going to be crazy. It's going to be absolutely wild. I think we might even be ready to send it over to our floor host. Look at all these runners coming to the stage. I'm going to throw it over to our wonderful floor host and let him introduce himself. President Poundcake, take it away.
Hello, hello, hello. On this stage right now, we have 5 of the greatest Minecraft speedrunners on the planet, and they just showed it throughout those 10 seeds. Give it up for your top 4 seeds of the MCSR World Champions. First up, with his legendary playoff performances that I'm sure you guys all know about, we have Hacking Noises, who got a bye through the LCQ stage and is going to be the #1 seed. Hacks, I know you had a long trip. I know you've been doing a lot of practice. How are you feeling? Did you see anything when you were watching those seeds?
I'm not gonna lie, I was practicing mainly. I went for a bit of a walk, so I didn't watch the seeds too much, but I don't know. These players are insane. Everyone here is so good, and I don't know. I don't have much.
Are you worried at all, like, for Rust or anything like that, considering you've been practicing, but you haven't been playing on this stage yet?
Yeah, yeah, definitely. It's so weird to hear myself. They've had like practice on the stage. I haven't. I feel like playing at home is so different compared to playing on the stage, obviously. So they'll have that warm up. I'm also, I can't lie, really jet lagged, but I feel like having the break, I had the break to calm down, to focus up. So I don't know, I'm feeling pretty good.
Awesome. Well, we do have the 4 players of the lower seeds behind you. Is there someone you would like to pick?
Okay, well, I guess I could go through order. I'm not picking Dugile. I'm not picking Skycrab. I'm not picking Voggy. When I was doing practice, I ran a 1st to 10 wager twice with Mongi, and the wager was for whoever lost had to pay for canes. Yesterday I paid for canes, and whoever lost the other one had to pay for Chick-fil-A, and today I'm paying for Chick-fil-A. So I don't really want to pick Mongi.
All right, so your pick is HDMI cables?
Yes.
All right, thank you so much, Hacks. We'll see you in just a few seeds. All right, up next, you all know him. Some of you like him. We have Feinberg. Feinberg. There are a lot of people in this audience that would love to see you fail, especially a certain someone back there who's been streaming this event, trying to make it all about him or something. What do you have to say to the haters after such a consistent performance?
I mean, Ung still got it. I don't know what to say. I mean, it was close. These guys played really well, but I feel like I just kind of locked in. I didn't win a seed, but I was second a lot of the time, and that was good enough.
Sounds good. Do you have any plans to Google how to zero cycle when you're preparing?
Well, it's that consistency of play, you know what I mean? And I only really messed up one of them. It was only the first seed. I had no.
Well, you can't mess it up if you don't go
How do
for
you
it.
zero with no pearl? How do you zero with no pearls? Like, do you have a tutorial you could show me, or?
Yeah, I can teach you.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Well, with that being said, do you have any of the 3 players left that you'd like to pick?
I'm not looking forward to picking, I guess. I lost to Skycrab at Level Up Expo, and I lost to Mungie in Season 6 playoffs, and I don't think I've played Doog at a LAN, but it's Dugile. So I'm not loving my options here. How long do I have to think?
Are you guys busy? Yeah. All the time in the world.
Okay. I don't really need that much time, but I mean, I really don't know. Because it's so weird with the format too. I don't know who I was playing better against. Who do you think I should pick? You said I have no time.
I think you should pick Dugile, because I want you to lose.
Okay, I'll pick Dugile.
All right. That's massive. HBG on HBG. Feinberg, thank you so much for your pick. We'll see you tonight. Infume, consistency strikes again. You've been dominant for so long, and you have your chance on the biggest stage here. Last few playoffs, 2nd place, 4th place, 2nd place. Do you have a chip on your shoulder? Do you want to prove to the world that you can finally take it past that last leg?
I don't have a chip on my shoulder. I don't have a chip. It's just that it happens, you know? You play and sometimes you lose, but I like to win.
Are you going to lose this one?
No.
Clip that. All right, well, you have 2 options left, Skycrab or BBM. Anyone standing out there?
I mean, they don't really stand out. Neither of them really stand out to me, like, you know, which one I should choose. That's not what I mean. I just mean I'm really glad Fine chose Doog, because I did not want to play Doog. But yeah, I mean, I haven't really spoken to either Skycrab or BBM much. I had breakfast with Mungie today, so like honestly, I think I might pick Mungie because I think I'd feel the least bad about beating him.
All right. Infume versus Mungie. Thank you so much, Infume. Good luck. And finally, he doesn't get to pick an opponent, but he did clutch up on the very end there with that 1st place finish. What a performance. What a consistent 10 seeds by Aquacord. How are you feeling? Did nerves come into play at all there?
I mean, I'm pretty nervous, but I don't know. I feel like I locked in pretty good. Like, this is my 3rd LAN now. Like, I'm pretty used to the experience. I mean, this is way more people, obviously, but I feel like I played pretty good. But yeah, I'm feeling pretty good. I think I did good today.
How do you feel about playing Skycrab? Any thoughts? Any past history there or anything?
Yeah, Skycrab, very scary. I mean, I lost him in season 8 playoffs or 9. I don't know. I lost him in one of the playoffs. I think he like swept me, but it was a close match. I think like every seed was like 5 seconds apart. But it'll be a fun match, like RSG battle, bro. Shout out RSG. That'll be really fun.
All right, well, best of luck. And one more time, give it up for Aquacord, Infume, Feinberg, and Hacking Noises, as well as the other 4 contestants who qualified. We will see you in just a few seeds with the quarterfinals. And I believe we're going to the desk now for some analysis on those last 5 seeds.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, President Poundcake. Can we get another cheer for Poundy, please? And you might be noticing that our desk has a brand new member on it, doesn't it, Jess?
Hey! Thank you so much, Fulham. I'm happy to be here. Hi, I'm JoJo. I got to meet a lot of you while I was sitting out in the audience and, you know, just hanging out, watching the seeds. I'm excited to be here. But yeah, let's get into this.
I'm so excited. Those picks were pretty interesting. Was there anything that really stood out to you there, Emerald?
Well, I mean, Farmer picked Dugile.
That was nuts. That was nuts.
I don't know what else to say.
I don't think you wanted to.
I mean, I feel like it is a tough situation. Who would he have picked? It was Mongi and Skycrab, correct? So, I don't know. Feinberg's known for his aura picks, if you could say. So, I'm honestly not too surprised, but I think might be the match to look forward to. Yeah. Versus Dugile.
3 absolute demons. I mean, all 8 runners were absolutely fantastic. It's not like Hacks probably wanted to choose HDMI cables, even though HDMI cables is one of the players that qualified through the open qualifiers. Hacking Noises didn't really have the easiest pick. He kind of had to say, I don't want to play you. I don't want to play you, so I'm left with HDMI cables. I don't think that it's going to be particularly easy for him. But
no, I mean,
do you think that like the fact that he's not played yet on that stage going to make a big difference, Jojo?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to bring up. I mean, all the other players have had the chance to perform in front of an audience. It is totally different having people screaming. I'm sure they can barely hear it, but you can feel the electricity when you're on the stage and feeling the audience. So, I mean, yeah, that's definitely going to play a factor. The nerves are going to get up there, and not to mention, I mean, Hacks mentioned being a little bit jet lagged. So I don't know, we're going to see some interesting games, but as long as everyone kind of just locks in, hones in on what they've known for years, for genuinely years. It's literally muscle memory at this point. I think we're going to see some good games.
Without a shadow of a doubt. We're going to get some absolutely fantastic games. I'm sure that everyone in the audience is noticing that we're currently moving the stage to try and allow just to have those 2 setups. We're going to see the 1v1 setup on that stage. And do you ever think that there's going to be a different kind of nerves to the LCQ kind of format, that stage 1? Moving into stage 2, when it's just you and your opponent on stage, is that going to add more nerves? Maybe you might lock eyes before the match. You might see each other over the monitor, or, you know, some trash talk in chat might turn into verbal. Is there anything that's going to, like, cross your mind there in that situation?
Honestly, I think the 1v1 style versus the LCQ is actually a lot easier because, I mean, you're playing against 8 other players and now you're only playing against 1. So I feel like thinking about that, it's just like a lot easier on the mental, like, oh, I only have to beat this one player. I know their play style. I know how risky they play, how safe they play. And I mean, there's a lot of stats behind like, what should I be doing in certain matches? Like, what T-type should I pick and all of that. So I feel like it'll be a lot easier for these players to handle a 1v1 style bracket and compared to the LCQ. So now that they're through, they're probably a lot more relaxed. They've locked up some prize money, actually. So that's a really big factor. And yeah, they're probably going to be happy to be here to have a good time.
Yeah, it's fantastic. I mean, the $25,000 prize pool is something that we haven't really mentioned, but that prize pool is spread out over the top 8. So no matter even if they lose in this first round, they're going to guaranteed walk home with a little something in their pocket, which is always a nice thing to guarantee. But is there any early predictions of people that you think are going to do super well? Jojo, I know you were watching backstage, taking lots of notes, focusing hard on those first 10 seeds.
Yeah.
Was there anyone that surprised you, or someone that you might have as like a little bit of a dark horse for this bracket?
Yeah, I mean, we all know Infume is good at what he does. We all know he's consistent. I saw in the beginning he was kind of like tripping up a little bit. I know he was beating himself up and, you know, kind of placing 6th most of the time. But that consistency is kind of what mattered in the end, because he climbed the ranks. He made it up to top 2 of that leaderboard. So, I mean, ultimately, it's just going to come down to having that consistency. And I think Infume is already locked in. He had those practice games, I guess. I don't want to call it practice games because it was the LCQ. But yeah, he kind of got that out of the way. Nerves are gone. So I'm excited to see how Infume is going to perform now going into the 1v1s where it's really, I mean, you mentioned it, the money is on the line and it's a lot of money for first place. So yeah, that's my pick.
Yeah, Emerald, is there anything you wanted to add on to that? Anyone that you might have seen that could give you some good ideas for future predictions for the end of the bracket?
I mean, it's hard to say. I feel like my picks were actually pretty good. The
They
top
were
four
great
was
for LCQ or
Awkward
the
and
stage
a few of
one.
my HPG boys, but I'm super excited to see HDMI against hacking noises. I feel like HDMI has proven himself time and time again that he deserves to be here. He ran it through the LCQ. He lost on the first day after making it to the top of the bracket. And the second day, he managed to make it and qualify to this event. And now he's playing the top 8 bracket style elimination. So I'm super excited to see that match. Obviously, Hax is a great player. He's won 2 playoffs. So I think that's another match to be really excited about. But I think rooting for HDMI as an underdog is going to be quite the story there.
Yeah, that would be amazing. And here we go. We can see the bracket now. And so looking towards the semi-finals, there are some absolutely crazy matchups. And I would even say rematches that we've seen in the past that could make a lot of difference. You know, Hax and Infume not going to meet until the grand finals. The season 10 playoff grand finals could be repeated, but that would be for the crown itself. Is there any other matchups you could see that are like progressing on? Emerald, I know that you're probably you know, a little bit more focused on what might happen in the future as well.
I mean, I think it's so hard to say. Like these, I don't know. I look at all these 8 players and like everyone can win. Like there's like, it's so hard to tell. Like I think it'd be really cool to maybe see like a Skycrab versus Infume and something like that. I mean, I don't know. It's really hard to tell you, but
Mungie and Hax on different sides of the bracket here.
They are best friends.
Yeah, and that's something that I wanted to bring up. Mungie Hax would only meet in the grand finals, which I think is pretty cool. I think that would be a very fun grand finals. Anything you want to look at, Jojo?
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at Feinberg and Duke. I mean, I saw some really clean gameplay from Duke just throughout the first 10 FFA matches we saw. And I mean, we are kind of hyping it up. We haven't seen them play just yet against each other. So I'm excited to see how that's going to unfold. But in terms of the actual grand finals, oof, what do I even want? I mean, I think it'd be really fun to see Aquacord versus Infume.
I really like that prediction. I would not say that that's crazy by any means. Aquacord doing very well in you know, previous playoffs, and I believe did very well in the recent LAN that was hosted as well.
I think so.
Got very deep into that run. Is that is Aquacord Skycrab a match that happened at that LAN? I'm not 100% sure. I can't remember.
I don't think so. I think it was Awkward versus B-Salad.
That was, of course, a very good match. B-Salad not here. But one thing I wanted to mention was that, in fact, during the stage 1 where we had those 11 players play in that LCQ style format, the thing that you brought up, Emerald, was that the 4 players that were unfortunately eliminated were 4 players that qualified through that last chance qualifiers, those open qualifiers towards the end. And the players that actually advanced were those that did very well in previous playoffs. I thought that was something really interesting to mention. On top of that, HDMI cables finishing in 8th place does mean that technically the top 7, or sorry, in fact, he finished in 7th place, I should correct myself. The top 6 were all players that had previously finished in the top 3 in MCSR Ranked playoffs in the last 3 seasons. I thought that's pretty interesting to bring up, and it does allow for some cool rematches. You know, these players have played each other a lot, be it on the ladder or in big tournaments, but I don't think there's any quite as big as this. Do you think that the prize money is already on those players' minds, getting those nerves in the back of their head, Jojo?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I've seen people compete and go crazy for less. So you're putting $10,000 for first place in front of them. They're gonna start freaking out. I mean, even I'm panicking. I get to chill here and watch and enjoy along with the beautiful audience, but unfortunately, they're gonna be thinking about a lot more, and it's definitely the money and just the nerves. I mean, I can't even imagine.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be on that stage, I'll tell you that much. I mean, let alone the skill difference, but more importantly, just the nerves would be absolutely through the roof right now. And I don't know exactly what the actually I do know exactly what the first match is going to be. It's going to be Hacking Noises versus HDMI Cables. That is going to be our first match back from this short desk segment. But before then, I know we have a cool surprise, and I'm not going to leak until everything is ready for us to send it over to you. But as of right now, I wanted to potentially bring up the fact that these runners may, in fact, just get a tiny little bit of rust between day 1 and day 2. Now, we're finishing the quarterfinals, hopefully, today. And then for tomorrow, we're going to come back for the semifinals. Do you think that there would be any kind of rust on these players that kind of, they have to have that 12 hours, they go out for dinner, they have to have that sleep, and, a lot of these players saying that they're jet lagged and things like that. Could that cause some sort of impact, the fact that we're spreading it out over these 2 days?
Honestly, I think no, because they had to travel here in the first place. That was already 1 to 2 days of rust, and then they have to get used to a new setup, and now they've qualified into the bracket. So I feel like they've had enough time to practice and really play in a very nervous setting. So I think the rust is kind of all gone, except maybe for Hacks, you can argue. He's the only one who hasn't played on stage. He's practiced in the back, but I think the nerves are kind of gone for a lot of these players. So.
And he's up first.
That is true.
It's not a smooth transition into not having played in those 10 seeds and then going, boom, you're seed 1, you're playing first. Yeah. It's probably not going to be the easiest thing in the world for Hacks to go onto that stage and play HDMI Cables, who won 3 of the 10 seeds during that stage 1, which I think it was a super, super good performance from HDMI Cables, Absolutely. Albeit slightly inconsistent, ending up finishing in that 7th place. Jojo, what do you think about Hacks and HDMI Cables? Have you got any early predictions?
Man, I mean, I'm not gonna jinx anything. There is this thing called a caster jinx sometimes, so I try to stay quiet about exactly who I'm rooting for. But I think it's gonna be a really good game. It's gonna be really exciting. We're gonna see hopefully some crazy plays like we saw Silver do earlier in the FFA matches. So yeah, I look forward to that.
Yeah, absolutely, without a doubt. But I didn't want to leak anything too interesting for this next segment, so I'm gonna let the man himself take over. I'm going to pass you over to Ludwig, who's going to give us the introduction for our next segment. We'll be seeing you all very soon.